The Yeti Radio, powered by DavidLeeImaging.com. Welcome to the Phoenix music scene on the YetiRadio.com.
It's alive!
The Yeti.
Welcome everybody, it's the Yeti Radio, and we are live in studio with Rockin' Free Live, Miss Penny, Trevor, and Travis. Woo! How is everybody doing?
Wake up!
Yes, Travis, we know it's almost your bedtime.
Oh, man. How'd you guess? It's dark outside? It's my bedtime.
Right?
Hey, that's just how I roll, you know? I've been like that since forever. I don't know why. It's just, sun comes up, it's time to get up.
Right?
Sun goes down, it's time for bed. Isn't that what the birds do? I like to fly, you know what I mean? Maybe not high anymore, but you know. But yeah, you know, I don't know. It's always been that way, man.
So,
Rockin' free.
the battles have ended.
Yes.
The battles have ended.
And we had the X's last night, your last...
They were the wieners.
Last wieners.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
And,
freaking awesome.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
All of them were.
Yeah.
There wasn't a bad... Well, there was one bad battle.
Well, we won't talk about it.
We don't talk about the negative here.
We don't
We throw
wanna
the
make
negative out the
anybody
window.
No, I'm not saying... I don't want to put out there which one it was. I'm just saying there was one I can think of that was just crap, you know?
Well,
and it wasn't the bands, it was just the whole...
the atmosphere, the venue, everything.
Yeah.
But we moved on into a better location, and it actually got way better by going over
Right.
to the Blues. So thank you, Jen, at the Blues for bringing us in over there. Because
allowing us to bring our controlled chaos.
but, you know, it was on Sundays. Sundays aren't like a big music day, so a lot of people don't go out. But, you know, the bands promote themselves. I mean, they brought what they could. But when it came down to the redemption round or the final round,
Those were good shows.
the crowd showed up. We ran
Yeah.
it just like a regular show, and it was great.
yes, it was.
And,
well, I have to thank you for including me and letting me participate and have fun and
Yeah.
do some
Well,
of the things that I get
Spread
to do.
the love, you know. We
Yeah.
always try to help out the new people, and here you were,
Yeah.
new, once
New?
again, you know what I mean? So...
Yeah,
it's
now
about,
look at you.
know?
Yeah,
Right?
I mean,
Look at me. Look at you guys.
well, I mean, everybody's kind of grown together. I mean, but
Yeah,
it's like,
definitely.
it worked out great. I mean, because by you coming into the scene and it exposes the band's music more outside of Phoenix.
Yeah.
And
Right.
then, you know, now if we get everybody on board with Focus TV so they don't end up having to shut down.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I mean, it was just like the whole
Everything.
yeah, it was
it's
just everybody kind of worked together on this, you know.
Right. Well, I think it's only the video on demand portion that's going to go down, the recorded videos.
Correct.
But the music videos, I think, are going to
Are still
play.
going.
Yeah.
Yes.
They still
Oh,
stream.
so what, like the interviews?
The
portions?
interviews and all this stuff that's other than
Oh,
live.
outside
Other
of.
than
Oh,
live,
okay.
yeah, live is still going.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
Video on demand, VOD.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching it last night, and I ended up falling asleep. I fell asleep in my chair last night. I woke up this morning, and I'm like, oh.
Well, I can put it on that TV, and I've got it streamed through the board, so I can put it through the sound system on the
Well,
desk, and then while I'm working on video
Whatever.
stuff or images or whatnot, you know, I listen
Right.
to it.
It was funny last night when I turned it on. It was actually Saint Madness video was on, and
Nice.
then Dawn of the Rising was on after that. And then today I saw what's his name?
So an odd one for me is first time I turned it on.
Mm-hmm.
There's Tommy Gibbons,
Right. Well, I mean, this was
which
like
was awesome. You know, what I'm
Right.
saying, being one of our sponsors, and you know.
well, this was after midnight when I because I was like, you know what, I wanted to go watch. I hadn't seen the backstage sessions for Tony Noise and all them whenever
Well, okay, yeah.
they did.
Second
I was like,
round,
oh
yeah.
yeah, I still gotta watch those. So I watched that, and then I just put it on the video. But the only thing that kind of bothered me was that the it's off sync. The words of the songs, and they're moving their mouths.
Right.
It wasn't matching up. It was like kind of like watching a foreign film,
Right.
you know. And I'm like, that
Old
drives
Bruce
me
Lee
nuts.
movie.
So you know, so then I was like, I made it back into the small portion up in the screen. I could just listen to the music, because if I'm watching the video and I see that it's not matching up, it drives
I
me
can't
nuts.
do this.
And it's like I can't stand it. I'm like, ooh, it's not matching. So,
Well, you guys have put out a little bit of teaser information about something that might be happening in the future, since the battles went away.
oh,
Well, it hasn't come to fruition as far as we haven't made any contacts yet. Let's just put it
Yeah.
that way. You know,
there was talk about it. There was ideas brought up into it, but that's about as far as it went.
we
And
haven't. Yeah.
So, you know,
I think we're gonna have to just do it ourselves if it's something that we want to actually keep going with.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, it's kind of hard.
it's quiet compared to my house.
So unless we, you know, find somebody that's wanting to get in on this, and you know, like, because we really need to get sponsors involved and
Yeah.
Right.
and stuff in order to make it worthwhile. I mean, if we just do it ourselves, it's just, you know, it's just not going to work out. So
Right, absolutely.
so there was that, and then
I think we can make it work. It's just gonna have to revamp a little bit of a different way. You know what I mean? I've been kind of pondering that too, and
so you know, maybe if it
They're
doesn't
not-
happen
they're
this
still
year.
not ready to say what it is yet.
no.
No, 'cause at this rate, I don't know. I don't think it'll happen this year, because we're already into March, mid-March,
Right.
and the whole plan was to do it by like September. But then we have another project that we're working on, and that's going to take up a lot of our time that we need to start really getting
And no,
out.
we're not giving out that one either.
No, I already gathered that one.
I actually did say it, but you
But not
you didn't
here.
pick up on it.
But not live.
no, not live. You know, some people might know because, you know, people we've already talked to.
Right.
And
Have an inclination.
Right.
And interviewed, and you know.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just things like that. But we want to keep that up until hopefully by the end of the year that we can release that.
So we will kind of mention. I think we've actually talked about doing an award show.
Yeah, that was another.
So
project,
if
too.
there's anybody out there that kind of wants to get involved with us, maybe organizing something along that line, that would be
Okay.
something. We've had some conversations with other bands and stuff and members, and it's been all positive feedback. So
Do
that
it.
there is something
Arizona
we'll
Local
definitely drop out
Scene
there.
Award Show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
why
it would
not?
be like voted.
I
basically-
nominate somebody. This person nominates somebody. You know.
Yeah, and then it's basically the peers vote.
Yeah.
You know, the
All star or whatever you want to call them. You
Yeah.
know?
Right.
So
absolutely.
basically, all the fans and everybody out in the music scene that likes these bands or whoever, you know, they get to vote based, and then whoever gets the most votes will, you know, we end up coming up with a winner.
Gotta go like our group though.
Yep, you
That's
gotta be
where voting's gonna be.
you have to be a member. You
That's
have
right.
to join
Rockin' Free Live, the group.
That's right.
Yep. So
Join the group.
So
Join the
there's
gang.
that. So
Yep.
basically, as people know, we haven't really been doing a lot of shows lately, and we're kind of cutting back this year. One, so we can work on the other projects that we want to work on, and two, we really want to start doing more interviews, which we still haven't
Done
because we kind of
Well-
lost our location of being able to do them. And
for the moment.
yeah, and then it's like, you know, I live out in BFE Buckeye, so yeah, if people want to come out there and I can do them at my house. There's talk of us maybe doing them here as an option until we get.
We always have my backyard, but it's so loud there. Hey, we could go hang out at my pond. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and there's, and you know, most of the time we even go to whoever. I mean, if they have a
A studio or
a
whatever.
studio
Yeah.
or wherever
Rehearsal.
they rehearse, whatever, we'll do it there. But you got to have good Wi-Fi, because if there isn't good Wi-Fi, then it's just not going to work, because we do it
We've
live.
tried that before.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's not very good. Ask Show Me God.
Yeah.
Because it's terrible Wi-Fi as far as how that went out in there. And so the interview we did with them, the video was really fuzzy and not
the
really
Arsenic Kitchen one that you did too was
well,
they dropped out a few times.
They were doing it from there, because it wasn't on site. We weren't together.
Right.
Yeah,
but
so
they
we
were doing it from theirs.
Yeah.
But their Wi-Fi was still
and they were at
Francisco's.
Yeah. And all the power went out.
Oh.
The whole
building
place went out. So
somebody forgot to pay the power bill.
Right.
I guess it happens often, but
well, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who'd have thought?
But,
get a better electrician.
So, what do you have coming up that you can talk about?
March 18th.
Mm-hmm. March 18th. I know it's a struggle, and well, here's the deal. March 18th, we already had a band booked that was coming from Colorado, and which is Celestial Wizard, and they actually sound really great. I can't wait to see them. But then we were supposed to actually host Two in the Chest, and so we were trying to find a good location, whatever. And originally, so we was going to do it at the Rooms, and then somebody else had already booked the Rooms. So
and now that show's not going on.
And
anymore.
now that show's not even happening. It turned into a big old fiasco.
Clusterfuck.
Because
Yes, I said.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't want to even get into, because it just.
It was just crap the way it all happened.
It always, a certain person always turns something into a shit show.
Yep.
And
that's exactly what happened.
And just like any other show that we've done with this person turned into a shit show. And anything this person's attached to turns into a shit show. Because, what the hell do we know? We're just amateurs, right? So, from what I've heard, what do we know? But, you want to turn it into a big old fest, and the Rooms wasn't going for it. But yet, what do we know? Because why would you even say that? How could you say that? The person that was even part of this should have already known this, right? But they didn't. So anyway, needless to say, that show ended up being canceled. That was supposed to be there. But Two in the Chest had already booked at the Rooms. I mean, at the 44. Yeah. And, well, we already know the history of the 44. And with us. And we won't do any shows at the 44. And I don't even think that we're really welcome in the 44. I don't know. It doesn't really matter to me. I personally won't go to the 44 because of the way they've treated us.
It's got to be a band I really like.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've been there.
Once.
Yeah. Not me. I haven't been there since...
Pelvic Meatloaf, that was it.
Well, who else playing with Celestial Wizard?
We got 1134, which is actually, if you look at it upside down, spells hell. And then we got...
The old pager message.
That's right.
So then, it was interesting, because then you got a death metal band, which is kind of like a... How do they describe themselves? Like...
I've never heard of them.
Let me tell you. I have to go to the event.
And I forget who the other band is. She booked this one. I try to remember when I book them.
And I'm sorry if anybody got offended by what I just said about shit shows and
there you go.
Crap.
Open that. Deep as Bones.
Yeah.
Deep as
Bones is
Can't
the other band, which is ironic. They're a Christian band, okay?
Playing with the death metal band.
Playing with a death metal band and a band that's hell upside down. So, and interesting, I think they kind of like that because they feel like they kind of get to express their beliefs, and hope. You never know, but to each their own.
Watch out for lightning bolts that night.
I know. So let me find this.
Or hell might freeze over. Who knows?
Hey, right?
Let me find my.
I think they just want to play.
They do. They do. We put them on
Rodney's,
the last show. What was it?
Funny thing, okay, funny story here. And you were there, I think, that night, maybe, when they played, and their drummer didn't show up. Their drummer was coming in from Flagstaff, and knew what time the show started, knew when they needed to be there, but for some reason was up north. So he was running late.
So when they were supposed to go on, he was still in
like
Cordis Junction or Sunset Point.
Sunset
That's what it was.
Point.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Yeah.
So
hour away still.
So then it was like, well, he's like, well, we can still play. We just won't, we can wing it. And then funny thing is that Adam Webster, who used to be the drummer for Show and Tell when they first started. So then he showed up because he wanted to see Deep as Bones. Well, or like, he was asking me, like,
they had already talked or something, right, about auditioning
like
or
filling
something
in
for
or
him.
something, because the drummer wasn't always that reliable or whatever. And he asked me if I knew of anybody, and I recommended Adam. Well, who knew that they started talking after this? Well, that night Adam shows up, and it's like, well,
it's time to audition, buddy.
this is your audition. So
when an opportunity presents itself, what do you
run
do?
with it.
You grab the fucking bull by the horns and you run. Hang on for dear life.
It's like
he did.
He did too. Borrowed some drumsticks, got up there, and blew those guys away. And it's like he just played whatever he could come up with.
Well, he
5
had
minutes.
some earpieces in too, I do believe. If I
I
remember
think he
right.
was listening to it a little bit and getting
You
the
would
vibe
never
for
known.
it.
You would never known that he wasn't already in.
That's the night I was in costume. So
Yes,
that was,
yes.
Was it the night?
Yeah.
That wasn't I. Okay,
Yeah.
so then they played
A couple weeks
a
ago.
couple weeks ago at the Blues.
Yep.
And so that was the first time we got to see Adam play as an actual member of the band. And he frickin' killed it.
Yeah.
nice.
It was awesome.
Love when it works
So,
out.
Yeah.
and the thing is they didn't have their regular lead guitarist. And so Rodney, the lead singer, was playing lead guitar. So they were playing as a three-piece that night.
Right.
And normally they have another guitarist who lives in Douglas. And he usually comes out. Well, he couldn't make it. And then the other guitar player they had is, I think, no longer in the band. So, which was Walt.
Yeah. Well,
And so they played with the bass. Rodney did lead guitar and vocals. and so, there you have it.
He killed it.
yeah,
And they freaking
you
killed
make
it.
it work because Reckless Youth.
Yeah.
It went to an acoustic set that one time over at the Rooms.
Yep.
And they just
Just do it.
Instead of freaking being like, oh,
and
we
did
can't.
outstanding.
Yeah. Instead of backing out and being like,
And
can't
that
do
just shows
it.
integrity for them too. Then
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
just-
Definitely speaks volumes for them.
Yeah.
The
I
show,
sent a message out. I haven't gotten
the show
anything back
must
from
go
them
on.
to come here, so hopefully.
All right,
Hopefully.
so back to Celestial Wizard.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, you found it, huh?
so Celestial Wizard is a fantasy-inspired heavy metal band based out of Denver, Colorado. They were formed in 2018, and they're a heavy metal quartet delivering crushing riffs and grand stories of dragons and wizards. Seeking to stand out amongst the others, Celestial Wizard combines the best elements of death metal with symphonic and synthwave elements, creating a unique and engaging sound. So, you got them. You've got the Christian band that was formed in prison.
In prison.
Deep as Bones, and then the 1134 Hell band. So
From here to here to here.
yeah, so it's gonna be an interesting night. But you got that competing with Megadeth that night.
Right.
And
yeah,
then,
that's a
Megadeth's
tough
not
night.
that night. Megadeth is during grunge.
Oh,
That's the
grunge.
night. Okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
during Bike
So
Week, yeah.
okay, yeah,
Okay.
that one. So this one is competing against Two in the Chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you know what? I support Two in the Chest, and we should have been hosting that show, and everything would have worked out. If we'd have done it at the Rooms, we'd have just moved Celestial Wizard over into that show, and it would have been that. So, but everything, it is what it is.
It all happens for a reason.
Right,
so
absolutely.
It's all good, and either way, we, whoever wants to go to whatever show is going to go to whatever show, and that's cool. They support the music scene. That's all good. Hopefully we have a good turnout though, so we can pay these guys. That's all I care about.
Right.
Because
absolutely.
That's the only thing is
Yeah.
we can't do any guarantees with any of our shows, because especially when bands come from out of state,
You don't have a following here. It's rough to
we can't guarantee.
know what's
Right.
going to be there. Even if you bring it in the locals, the open form, it's still you just can't tell.
Right. Yeah.
With-
Like when we booked the show, there was no show for Two in the Chest.
Yeah.
And now here we are.
But with that,
but it happens a lot here.
It does happen a lot
it's-
here.
And I think that's the only issue in the local scene is we don't have the
Communication, so to say.
but we also don't. Everything's so spread out.
Yeah.
We don't have a centrally located. I don't like to bring up the names of the places that I've been that are like that, and
Right.
you still have the outer lying
Right.
elements,
Right.
but you have this massive, be it a street or be it an entire area or a block, and it's nothing but Mill Avenue. And when Mill Avenue was happening,
Well,
that was
in Dallas, they have Deep Ellum, which has just surrounded nothing but bars and clubs and so on, with all live music going on, all within a block radius.
right. Absolutely.
So that was
Well, Pioneer Square in Seattle, Bourbon Street in New Orleans, Dallas has got
Nashville,
one,
whatever
Austin's
it is.
got one.
Philly's got a bunch of places like that too.
Yeah.
You got 3 venues right on top of each other.
Yeah, the Riverwalk in San Antonio.
Yep.
Just
Keep going.
line. Yeah.
Right.
And you really need something like that so that you can take and line everybody up, literally. And you can,
We've kind of had
bar
some
hopping,
exactly
different
coming
shows.
right. Well, we've had some conversations too with some members recently of lots of this stuff nowadays is going to DJs. So lots of these places, like you're saying,
Right.
they're all DJs now though, instead of being live bands in each one.
Right.
Which is kind of killing. Yeah, it's kind of killing the scene.
Yeah,
and then
or
Westgate was supposed to be doing.
Right.
It was designed
Yeah.
Right.
for live entertainment,
And they did that for a long time.
Yeah, and then it just
Well, they
went
need
away.
to build up a place, like how Tempe Marketplace or Desert Ridge
Just a ridge.
has, like behind Dave and Buster's, how
Right.
they got
Stage.
the big stage.
Yeah.
Westgate doesn't have that.
no.
And if they
But
did,
they still play at Westgate though.
Yeah,
but they just
that
have like a
little,
little portable
Yeah, out there.
stage,
Yeah.
which is not even big enough for a band.
Yeah.
right.
So I mean, if they made it, because they have a nice area, they could, if they put a stage out there in that little,
Yep.
turf area out where all the restaurants are and people can sit out there, it would be an awesome spot. But they need to put a stage out there and put some, make it
A stage.
it cool.
Yeah.
Make it permanent.
Get some people out there, make some noise.
Yeah.
The more noise you make, the more people are going to go, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
What is that? I don't like that. I'm going this way. Oh, I like that. I'm going that way.
right. And that was the whole premise of a lot of the places that are larger areas.
Yeah.
I know when I was in Washington, when you went to Pioneer Square, you paid to cover. You got your stamp, and it covered everybody, all the bars. One cover for all of them,
Right.
and you just whatever
Pick and
whatever
choose where you
genre
wanna
you
go.
wanted,
Right.
they had all of them. And some you didn't even know existed.
I don't want to watch those midgets. Wait,
I don't know.
maybe I want to watch those midgets. Yeah.
It would be nice is if like this area right around here, which I think would be perfect. And there's a building that's still vacant right there off of Cotton Lane
Cottonwood. Yep.
and by where the Dollar Tree is. There's one of the buildings there is still vacant, and I look in there and I'm like, oh my god, it would be
Perfect size.
so perfect. The size, everything, the way it's set up, you could totally turn that into a really nice venue. And I'm like, Rockin' Free Live, baby. It would be awesome. If I had the money, I'd be doing it.
The only issue with being out here is the distance then.
Yeah, but the distance isn't any further than anywhere else where
right
how
off the
far
303.
everybody...
Well, it's because you live out here.
No. No.
Even people from the north, they come
Well,
straight down
it-
303 and
it would
he's
be-
right into it.
Yeah.
It's
I'm just
easy.
going to say get ready, because Romans is having to relocate.
Relocate, yeah.
Okay, once they get that going and done, I
Yeah.
don't know. They're trying not to change a whole lot,
Yeah.
but I think hopefully they do some upgrading a little bit.
Out that way.
And at least not have a tree in the kitchen this time.
That's unique, though, man.
It's
Put the tree
unique.
in the kitchen.
It's unique. Yes.
Man, you know, I remember when that place was like just out there and there was nothing.
Absolutely
around it.
nothing. And then there's Distillery. There's the one up on Happy Valley in 17, and I think there's one in either Mesa or Chandler. And they're putting one here in the new Goodyear building over there next to Harkins. So they're putting a distillery in. Granted, it's not
Right.
rock or metal.
well-
Well, they do. The Bayou Bandits have played up at the one.
Southern rock.
Yeah, they get some country and some southern rock and some blues in there.
Right.
So it's hopefully it'll continue, and hopefully it'll spark something, and everybody else will start going.
Right.
Because everything else is coming out here.
Well, Dillon's Bayou is way out in BFE, and they still get.
Well,
Yeah.
there you,
you
go.
know,
See,
But they've been there forever too.
Yeah.
you know what?
so-
People go out
And
there.
it's well known already.
People go out there. They go out to whatever.
Lake Pleasant.
There's the one in
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Wickenburg area.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, and then in Lake Pleasant,
Mm-hmm.
you got, so I mean, people will go that far. Plus, you got people that go to Mesa. You got people that, if people will travel to go to freaking Prescott, for the Den when it was there. People just want to have a place to play. I don't think it really matters where it's located, but if they have a place to play, I mean, look at the Hidden Lake. People were going out. That place is packed all the freaking time.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's Buckeye people. And Buckeye, Goodyear, if you have a place, them places are going to be packed. I have a feeling that they would be. That's what I'm saying. Even if there was a place right here, because it's not that far off the 10. It's all freeway. Boom. Get off. You're right there.
Yeah, definitely. It's
The 303. It's right off. Not close to the 303. So, I mean, it wouldn't
Right.
be that bad.
freeway access would be
It's ideal.
Key.
It's better,
Key. Very key.
Yeah, I'm like going to the rooms. That's a freaking 30-minute drive just to get to the venue.
Not for me.
Right in the middle of the.
Well, freeway access is
20,
why
yeah.
I bought this house, because it wasn't here yet, and it's still not here yet. But when they finish it, I'm gonna have off ramps right back here for the
Yeah.
south end extension off the
Right.
303. So that's gonna take this thing up through the roof. And
Well,
but after this last fiasco we went through, I don't think I'll ever get rid of it now. I have one neighbor. That's it.
Right?
yeah, you're actually right on the end. Like in us, it's a second house, and of course we have. Well, I ain't gonna say it.
I got
because
awesome
one
neighbors.
one of my neighbors I'm friends with, which I'm cool with them, but the one directly next to me, is a little bit obnoxious sometimes, and
Yeah, people are people.
Well, everybody
Take 'em
can
as
be
a grain.
obnoxious sometimes, so
yeah, well, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning when they're banging their music, they don't even try to be quiet.
Oh, me, that would be out there cranking some shit too. Then
Yeah,
payback's a
putting
bitch.
the speakers right back.
Oh,
there.
I've cranked up Fatal Malady.
500 watts. Yeah. In the garage.
I'd be like, okay, want to play? All right.
So anything after the 18th?
Yes.
Well, we both have a show.
I-
We got Rockin' Free's going to be in 2 different locations on the same day. So he's going to Tucson, and
Okay.
I'll be at the Blues we're doing
Grunge
night at the Blues. So we
Right.
got an all-star band forming that they're working on. I got
Hopefully it's formed. It's
well, it is.
Right?
It
Yeah,
is.
like a revolving.
We already have
Yeah.
people all
lined up.
lined up. And then Rodney has been helping me with that, and he's kind of leading the pack on that one. So he's been working with getting the musicians all together, and I believe they're all getting together to do a rehearsal before the show, so that's good.
Absolutely.
And then
it's cool to get just a bunch of people from different instruments from different bands, and have them just
play a song or two and switch it around. And,
yeah, we're gonna have 3 sets. So one set will be one group of people playing songs that they were gonna play together, and then we have Stone Temple Pilots tribute. For the second set,
the girl, huh?
Yeah, it's the They're called what the hell?
Don't you hate when that happens?
Oh man,
my little
brain
monster
is not working. What the heck? Let me look at the flyer real quick. I'll tell you.
That's what I was gonna look up as.
I'm like, it's Co-Pilots. That's what it is. Co-Pilots is the name of it's their debut.
Okay.
So they're a brand new band, tribute band,
like
Co-Pilots, playing Stone Temple Pilots, and then on the third set it will be another group, different. They're playing their songs that they've selected. So
that's kind of
it'll be cool, and then you can tell them about Tucson.
Living on the edge. If you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much space.
And where is this?
Get to jumping, motherfucker! No.
Living on the edge.
That's right. So we're gonna be at the edge, and so we got Dead Rose, Of the Lost, and Ash to Dust, all from Tucson, and we're gonna take down Drown the Planet, which is a newer band, I do believe, and Bleed the Fifth. Noah, give a shout out to him. Thank you, sir, for doing all you've done for me, for us.
He's
down
our
in
Rock
Tucson.
and Free Live Tucson connection.
He is our liaison down in Tucson. So that was he's been a big help. We actually did a bunch of pre-sales and stuff for that, so hopefully y'all sell out, you know?
Well, your STP tribute band, I don't know if you've been to my website, but that background image is from STP.
Oh, nice.
When they were at I don't know what it's called now.
The
name's changed. But we were there, and Hendrickson. 2 days later is when he. After that is when he did. When he killed himself. Because there's 4 of us from my work that went to that concert. And 2 days later. So that's why that's up there.
I saw them way back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Early
it was
2000s.
a great show, and but
yeah, I like it.
So
it should be interesting. 2 different shows on the same night. You know?
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
The battle of who's going to do better. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, at least you're in 2 different cities. You know.
Yeah.
Not in this bar and it's 4 bars down.
Yeah. Well, we wouldn't.
Either
We wouldn't
way.
do that. And the way it worked out with Tucson too is we had a date already scheduled last month sometime or something, and the bar double booked us. And it was the owner that double booked us. So guess who got kicked? You know, it's the way it goes.
Yeah.
So
the out-of-towners.
Yeah, so we hunted down dates and talked, and it was like, finally I was like, let's just fucking do it on the same night. It's just.
Well, there was another venue, but then they were difficult.
They wanted all control. It was no.
It wasn't going to work the way that we do things, and so.
And I'm not going to compromise on that kind of shit. It's just not.
Well, no, it's
your
name on the line as well.
Exactly,
because you're the promoter.
Yeah, well, it's like when
pretty much all of our name. You know what I mean?
Well,
They didn't build the show at all. They didn't do anything.
But they want to take the money.
But they wanted everything. Yeah, I was like,
we don't let nobody else control the money.
Right.
Another venue, because then they take a percentage of it or something, and we don't know what.
Well, we like taking care of the bands. We don't know how they are going to take care of the bands. 95% of the shows we don't make money. We don't.
Right.
Yes, we try to take our percentage of it. You know what I'm saying? But if we feel if it's not fair to the bands that played, then fuck it, give them the money. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones who brought the crowd. A lot of it.
Our door person gets paid. Yep. That's our top priority.
Yep.
And then the bands get paid, and if it isn't fair to what we think is fair, we'll give up our cut and that goes to the band. So if it's $15 and there's 3 bands, they each get an extra $5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't.
Right.
We just don't. We don't. It's not that big of a deal. It's just money. I mean,
Right.
yeah, money's nice, but
there's a tree over there. It grows on trees, doesn't it?
But look, we have merch. People can buy our merch and buy our
Absolutely.
T-shirts, and that's where we're gonna make our money. But right now, I think we might.
We still owe.
If you would stop buying the wrong sizes, we might actually start making some money. But we have to keep paying him back because.
Hey,
So we have a shit.
Well,
ton.
we have a shit ton to get rid of.
So buy his shit.
That's right.
But on the other hand, the venues who take the money, we don't know. That's what we were getting at.
Right, where it's going, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
The venues want to take a bigger cut, and then
Yeah.
we don't get anything, and the band still don't get anything.
Right.
So that's not.
Yeah,
We're
not
about the
happening.
band supporting the music. That's why we're all doing this right now. It's for them guys because we've seen bands that haven't gotten paid play a 2 or 3 hour set because the venue takes all the money and they didn't bring the crowd. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
we wanted to turn that around.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
thing
absolutely.
too. If they don't bring a crowd,
Yeah, if they're not doing the promoting,
Right.
they're bringing the people
well, and
in.
that's
Right.
the thing too. Is like there's one venue in Tucson that we've worked with twice, and both times the venue doesn't even promote the show at all. And then we get there and it's like,
We don't have a following down in Tucson like we do here, and even here it's hit and miss. It
And not
depends
only
on what
that,
other shows are going on.
we
and,
put our
you know.
name on the freaking marquee.
Yeah,
And not the band's names. It's like, we're not playing. Promote the freaking band.
Right, absolutely.
You know, I was like, what the hell?
Well,
It was nice to see our name in lights. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
that's your 15 seconds of fame.
But
Yeah.
yeah. But I was like, no, I shouldn't have been like that. It should
Yeah.
have been the band's names up there.
Yep.
You know, because it's like they're the ones playing. They're the ones that people are. They're gonna go, who the hell's Rockin' Free
Yeah,
Live?
they're not coming to see us.
You know.
I mean, I am entertaining and shit. I don't care what you all say, but no.
He thinks.
So he says.
I love him. He's so nice. He's so nice.
It's fun.
That's why he's up there, not me. I'm the serious one when it gets to being on stage, but he's got. I mean, I think together we're good.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not great at. I could probably do like a podcast thing. I can do that kind of stuff. He's the live in person kind of guy. I'm just like. I don't know.
She's the interview queen.
Yeah, I can do.
Well, you want to get into some music?
Are we there yet? Almost, huh? You ready to move this song thing along? He's done asking
Hey man,
questions.
he's the director.
Yeah.
No.
We're just a fucking clown on stage.
Clown.
I'll call it like I see it.
He is wearing orange.
Right? See?
I know. I'm like, really? Why you gotta wear orange? I'm like,
right.
orange is not a good color.
I love orange. Look how good I look in it.
Yeah, well, I guess some people will just get used to wearing orange.
Hey.
No.
Was there
not
anything
shy.
else out of the 2 nights, the 2 shows in one night?
Say that again.
Oh, any more than 2 nights, 2 shows.
Oh,
in
not-
April, we got April 22nd. We have a CD release party.
But that's not 2 shows in one night. No, that's.
No, after the.
Oh, after. Yeah.
We have a 4th hour CD release on April 22nd with Burn Bridges and a band that we have not worked with called Station J, which is, I think, one of the band members from 4th Hour's brother's band, I think. So that's how they came in.
Something along
We
that
let
line.
them pick who they want whenever they're doing a CD release.
Right.
You know, so it's like, who do you want to play your show? You know, and then so that's who they selected, and that's how we did that. So anybody that wants to do their CD release, that's how we run it. It's your show, your party. Who do you want?
Right,
You know,
absolutely.
who do you want to play?
We're just
So-
here to goof off with you.
Yeah. So
In May, we're going to take off.
yeah, it's vacation month for us.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go to Oklahoma for a week, and then
I'm
I
not
don't
going to
know.
do squat.
But
So if somebody needs a host, shit.
no, the
You
whole
come-
point of taking the month off was
You
because
come do
we're
a show
gonna-
with me.
Yeah.
I might be,
Come
yeah.
hang out on Mondays.
Hey,
Mondays, no.
I will.
Good try,
I told you I'll come.
I might do it like from my house on a Monday until like 9.
Well, you won't even get through New Music Monday.
No.
Where's Travis? Oh, he went to bed already.
He's over there on the couch sleeping.
I'll come do New Music Monday with you because then that gives me an opportunity to be like, okay, yeah. You know, and that, in fact, let me just say, because of the Yeti radio, this is how, like, Deepest Bones, that's how I found them. I never heard of them until I heard, I think it was Spun, maybe you played that one night, and I was like, I like that. Who is that? And the guy from Douglas, the guitar player, Nick Black, was on the chat that night.
Right.
And that's kind of how I connected with him, and then that's how we ended up. They actually, Icky Stain contacts me when he needs a band. So he usually reach out to me if I know of any bands, blah, 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 that can play such and such date for a certain time slot, whatever. And I'll just throw band names out. You know, he's always looking for newer bands, too, because he likes to give them a shot. And a lot of times he'll bring them on for a whole month or so, whatever.
Yeah, say for the next few shows that he has or whatever.
Right.
And so that helps out a lot. So I mean, that's
because they got a decent following, so it helps some new bands out.
I wonder if we can get all of them in here.
Get them exposure, you know. I mean, as far as that
Deepest
goes,
Bones beans or Icky?
Well, I'm working on Rodney because he's only got one day he's available, and
I was like, that guy's busy.
That's show nights. It's Saturday, so I had to wait till
that guy's busy. He's got so much going on between.
He owns his own business too, so he's
his own business. Plus, they have
he does ministry stuff, and he does recovery stuff, traveling to the prisons and stuff, and he's busy.
He's got a lot going on. That's why I'm like, I don't even know how he's doing this crazy thing. I'm like, but he's
he loved the idea and ran with it.
Yeah, he's been doing whatever he can do. So
it's been great. I got introduced to the music and the band from one of our counselors at work.
Oh, nice.
So he was like, dude, you got to check these guys out. And I'm like, okay. And there's also a country artist. I've been trying to get him in here too, but kind of the same situation.
Right.
There's just so hoping that some venues start popping up on this side of town and start bringing people over, and because there's a lot of people over here now.
Right.
You know, and it's growing so big and so fast out here. We need something, and then it'll grow everybody's fan base a little bit once we can get it out there.
Yeah.
But and then once I can figure out how to get some sponsors for what I want to do to start the station, that'll help out.
Right.
That way they'll be able to listen and learn who the bands are.
Right.
And find out, okay, they're going to be playing over wherever, and go check them out. But internet radio stations aren't cheap.
What I was saying about with Icky, though, when he was looking for a band, I got Deepest Bones. That was their first gig.
Right,
and they opened, or they played at the Yucca Tap Room. So we got their second gig, which was at the Rooms, and then the third, which was the one a couple weeks ago. So they're starting to get out there. And, and that's why I like, when listening to Yeti Radio helps us, or helps me.
I'm sleeping.
Yeah. So, you never know. You never know.
You can be like
listening.
Hector at work the next day, got your earbuds in, listen, because it's recorded. You can listen to it.
Yep. I listen to it sometimes when I'm crafting.
Never really thought about that. I listen to the radio while I'm working, but I never really thought about it.
It's on YouTube, so you just freaking plug it in, play it, turn it on.
Turn it on. Right here.
Turn it on, man.
That's the issue. I couldn't watch. I could listen though.
Yeah, I just listen. Like when I'm crafting, I just turn it on, and I've done that with your stuff.
Yeah.
Like if I don't catch it on Monday, or like if we start watching a movie, and I'm like,
I don't like when she puts it on the TV.
You don't like that? Hey,
you look all big and ugly. What?
Hey, careful, you're gonna break your TV screen.
No, but the thing is, that's why I'm like, I got to, because it's so tiny. everybody looks like this big. And so I got to put it on the TV so I can see them at least look this big. But like we're it looks pretty good. I think we're probably up pretty big on the TV. So I don't know. Hopefully I look skinny because I don't want to look. But yeah. Anyway, so Yeti Radio, Focus TV, y'all. If you ain't subscribed or have the app for Focus TV, get it on your phone.
On your tablet.
Yeah, keep these guys up, man, because you know what?
Just don't watch the videos while you're driving.
Right.
Yeah, you don't have to watch the videos, listen to it, but just have the app on so that these guys don't lose their VOD. Videos on demand.
Well, it's not going away. It's just pausing.
Yeah.
Until if it picks up, then they'll reinitiate it.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Save.
You got to do what you got to do to save money, because it all costs money.
Well, I still say save Focus TV.
Absolutely.
So one more show before we change.
Okay.
June 10th, 2-year anniversary show.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it's up there.
Yeah, you did that to the microphone.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, you got the radio. Yeah. Hey, whatever. Yeah. So this is why I'm on stage. See. So we got Addicted, Burn Bridges, Brian Mogul with Unk Alien, Show Me God, and then we're gonna open up with King in France. And did you add that one?
Wow.
I thought you said that he was, or they were, or he. I don't know. Maybe it was just in case. I should have put a question mark. I don't know.
Well, we won't put that. We won't mention that one yet. Let's confirm that.
Confirm.
I think it was up to him.
That's very possible. So we'll confirm that one. Then we'll announce the last one. Because it's not on the flyer, right?
But it's in June?
June 10th.
June 10th?
And that is our actual anniversary date.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Nice.
So
it was as the day that we came up with the name Rockin' Free Live. Standing outside Bizarre Guitar.
Yeah.
After we got done interviewing Atomic Kings.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We had to change our name because the former name wasn't
working out.
So we wanted to do our own thing and make it official.
Yep.
And so that was when we decided it was best to change our name.
That's one of the reasons why I do things the way I do them, so I don't have to worry about
partners
issues
or whatever else.
Yeah.
Well, it never starts out like a bad thing.
No,
it starts off as a good thing, and I have no regrets of.
It's all experience.
Yeah,
it's
all.
Take it up.
Definitely.
It's an involvement. You know what I mean? So it's like I started off working with the local beat with Larry King, and and that's how I met Sean, and then Sean and I, when we were no longer part of the local beat, I suggested we start our own thing, and instead of going into all the detail of all that crap, we went with where the band's at, Arizona, and from that
well, that's where I kind of joined in.
Yeah,
stepped in a little bit doing interviews and stuff with you because he didn't want to do interviews.
Right, but that was with the what was it, Longhouse Club. So Sean branched off of the where the band's at into the Longhouse Club, which was a great idea on paper. But it never came to fruition, and I never saw that it was going to. And some of us lost money on that. And this is where he came in. And Sean didn't really want to do the interviews. He just wanted to be the behind-the-scenes guy. So Director. I was doing the interviews. He started coming in as my sidekick, and it just kind of went from there. And then it was like, you know what? So it was working.
And then when Battle of the Bands started, too, it was like still under the Longhouse Club, the first couple.
The first couple of them, yeah.
Right.
And so then when things didn't work out for Sean in the 44, we stepped in and asked if we could continue with the Battle of the Bands.
Well, she actually messaged me and asked if we would carry on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, anyways, either way, I'd asked her too, so it was probably like kind of like all in the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's kind of how the Battle of the Bands kind of carried on after that, and then with the shutdown and all that stuff with the 44, we ended up moving over to the blues. So, and yeah, the rest is history. So here we are, rockin' free live.
Still rocking. 2 years later.
Still free.
Right?
That's right. Well, still free.
That's a hell of a lineup, by the way.
So, you know,
It's gonna be
it's
good.
like...
It's going to be a good show.
And we actually, for the main bands, I wanted, and I asked her about, let's get the people that supported us since pretty much day one. And these 4 bands, at least a member or 2 of each band, has supported us in the last 2 years. You know, and big supporters too, for that matter. You know, we needed something, they jumped, so to say. You know, and we appreciate that. You know, so this is how I wanted to give back to them, so to say. You know, it's
say thank you.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it is, and once again, they're volunteering their time because we're not. Anything we take in the door is going to pay the venue. You know, we don't. Mike has been generous with us in the rooms each time we've done a show there, but it's always been, for the most part, benefit shows. You know, or we work together with him on a show that he's built. You know. So for this one here,
so pretty much they have us host their shows that they build, and then we are allowed to build our own shows there and use their venue, which they've been really great for that. And so it's kind of like a home base for us, you know. And I feel like even like the blues, it's like those are our 2 main venues that we pretty much can book at. And then of course Gypsies has always been really good to us also, and so, you know, when Scott asks me, hey, you know, do you want to do a show at the Gypsies, you know, I have this date available, and I'm like, hey,
what time are we doing it?
Yeah, so I'm like, okay.
Fuck, it starts at 9. You're killing me, Smalls.
So, it's 8:30.
But
it's 8:45.
So kind of like that, we just kind of fill in there whenever that opens up, and but otherwise, let me just extend a little extra shout out to those that are part of Rockin' Free, kind of like in, you know,
honorary.
I mean, they
honorary
help us.
Family members.
Yes,
they're a part of us.
They're our
help
cousins.
Us. They help us out,
Yeah.
and they're for our bigger shows and stuff. Mainly John Rowland, who is our official Rockin' Free photographer. So basically, our bigger shows and stuff like that, that's important. He's always there for us. Absolutely. And then we got Zachary Green. I always want to call him Austin Green. You know, like Brian Austin Green. But yeah, so Dell, you know, he's part of us, you know, and like if he's not available, I know I can count on Dell to fill in.
For hosting duties.
For hosting,
but
whatever.
he's also judged almost every Battle of the Bands, you know, which is
he was
awesome.
Our permanent judge at Battle of the Bands. Hector, for always stepping up whenever I needed a backup judge.
I need a judge. I'll be right there.
Every time, you know. And then Brian Mogul, same. He's always been very huge supporter of us.
Oh yes,
he shouts out all the time to us.
All the time.
I
mean, the things he says. I mean, oh God, like when he starts talking about us, and literally like, and sometimes he gets choked up, and then it gets me choked up because you know he speaks from the heart, and everything that he says is so. I mean, I don't even know how to explain it. That guy is good to everyone, you know, but he doesn't sugarcoat anything either, you know, and that I respect that.
He is from New York.
I respect that because it's like, you know, I'm like, I'll just be like, may kind of not say anything, but then there's sometimes, you know what, I'm just going to say what I got to say because, you know what, I'm tired of, if people want to get on there and bash me on Facebook and talk crap, well, hey, here I am now, You know? Like, you know, say it to my face. That's all I got to say.
Right.
You know, if you got something to say, don't be hiding behind a keyboard. Just come right up to me. I don't care. You know, we don't have to fight. I don't have to fight. Just, you know,
I'm too old for
work
that
it
shit.
out, man.
That shit
Work
hurts
it
the
out.
next day.
And then, of course, Mike, Show Me God.
Mike.
At the rooms. He's...
Yep.
Those guys
all
are-
those guys.
Yeah.
All those guys are freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. It's just-
Those guys are good people. Good people. And Bill, he was like, boom, he's there. When anytime anything needs to be done, he's like right there. You know, don't think that thing could go unnoticed.
Yeah.
You know, I notice a lot. I used to be a paid observer. You know what I'm talking about.
Paid observer.
Professional people watchers.
Yeah, you know, I'm always aware of what's going on.
Oh, that's hilarious.
He's like, you think I don't know what's going on? I always know.
You know what my
what's
paid
going on.
observer used to do? What are you getting done today? Oh, this one right here.
I'm like, hey, that looks new. Where'd you get that?
It sure is. I'll have to tell you that story the day I left.
I got one for you too.
So yes, thank you to everybody. You know, like you said, it doesn't go on.
I hope I didn't forget anybody. Victor.
Forgot the chauffeur.
Victor Barclay, of course.
Of
You know,
course.
I have to shout out to him and Charla. You know, they've helped us out. But, you know. And, yeah. And we'll see. You know, Skullfest this year, I'll probably bring back some of the same helpers that we had. Gordon Circle.
Right.
My
So
back.
gonna be at the Blues.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Sir, you know, yeah, if he's interested in being there for security again, definitely. My stage manager.
And
Right.
hopefully we're gonna next week. I'm gonna try to get with Mike and set up for our benefit shows. See what kind of dates he wants
Yeah.
to do for those.
Yeah, so we still
So-
have June and on.
Yep.
I think we got one show in June, which is actually stemmed off of from the Celestial Wizard band.
Okay.
They referred us to another bands that were coming in from that are doing a tour from Colorado. So there's 3 bands coming in.
And that's actually during the weekday.
Yeah,
It's not even a weekend show.
it's a
so
Thursday.
June 8th.
So
It's a
we're
couple
gonna
days
do that.
before the anniversary show.
Yeah, so June is booked. We're not doing any more shows in June because we got 3 already. So
I got
July, the rest of the year, we'll be working on benefits
Pretty
for
much.
at the rooms, except for Skullfest and then our Christmas show, which
Which is still a benefit
As a
show,
benefit.
but it's
but it'll be at the rooms.
no.
The
In
women.
December it'll be in the Blues.
That's what I meant. The blues, the blues, the
That
rooms.
place.
You know, they
Yeah.
all.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Look, it's 8:06, man. We're gonna be. Let's get my show on the road.
All right.
All right. What?
So
What?
first
what's
up, you've got Fatal Malady.
Yeah, Fatal
Of
Malady.
course she does. I would have never fucking guessed.
No, come on.
Hey, them's my boys. They may be
Right?
the boys of Bone, but you know what? Fatal Malady. Let me tell you, first band that actually Trevor and I went to see together, and blew us away. Kind of scary at first. When I first saw them, I was like, "Whoa, what the heck?" You know. And but they put on a freaking amazing show, and I love them. And they've always been good to me. When I had back surgery, they made sure I had a place to sit. When I showed up 3 days after my surgery, they were like, "What the hell are you doing here?" I showed up with a walker. I was like, "I'm not missing the show."
Right.
And this was at Club Red. And Brent, God bless him, he went and got me a table so that we could have a place to sit. And then the next show after that, Dustin made sure I had a table that was reserved specifically for us. So they've always been really great to us.
Awesome.
I thought I had the
I'm still
picture.
waiting for the opportunity to get to see him.
Oh,
The stars don't align very
well,
often.
you know what? There may be a great opportunity, but I'm not saying.
Let me tell you my first encounter with them then. We were in a room like the size of this, seriously. Maybe a little, the wall out there. A little listening room. Dave Ellefson was doing his bass story.
Oh yeah.
So he was, and they're signed to his label.
Okay.
So Dave's up there doing this thing and so on, and so Fatal Malady gets up there and jamming Megadeth tunes with him.
Nice.
Of course, minus their bass player because Dave was playing bass.
Bass player, you get
so
to,
Moses,
you get to take a
Moses
break.
plays bass, right?
Was this the?
It's at the listening room.
Oh, okay. We went to the one at Joe's Grotto.
At Joe's, yeah. No, the one at the listening room was totally different than the one at Joe's Grotto. It was him up there telling stories and so on of his days of touring and so on. It was freaking awesome. We were VIPs that night because my brother-in-law saw them in Seattle. He bought one of his guitars, got it signed from his manager. You know, it's all just the way it worked out. So he and I went to the listening room here, and it was just phenomenal. But Clint, so my brother and I, you know, I'm going to take a picture of him and I. Clint's back here behind me, his big old head.
That happened to us. We were at the Van Buren
It was after their set. We sat down.
During...
Yeah, and Dave Ellison was at that show too, wasn't it?
No.
Is that the one when they did the whole... I was at that show. That's when they opened for that... I got the shirt at home. I can see Medal of Allegiance.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Clint comes and just jumps down and sits next to us. Hey guys.
Yeah, because me and Trevor painted our faces up. We did our whole skull face that night, and then because of that, they gave us a big 16 by 20 autographed picture of them.
The poster?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a poster. It's a
vinyl or a canvas
print. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And
nice.
So that's hanging in our den at home. And heck yeah.
I got to work on getting some frames for these things too, because I've got some other stuff I got to get.
Yeah,
too.
I know. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with all my stuff too. So, but yeah, so that's Fatal Malady,
Yeah.
and my song of choice is "Don't Back Down," and that was my
Go to work.
That was my go to work song whenever I had to get up and go to work at 6 a.m, and that negative energy,
People watching,
vampire
people watching,
sucking
place.
Yes, people pissed me off so bad there. I couldn't stand my supervisors, and they were all assholes. And so I'd have to get all pumped up to go to work, and this was the song that I'd play, and I'd crank it up. So don't back down. That's my
Well, it's the Yeti Radio. We've got Rocket Free live in the studio tonight. This is Penny's List on Friday Night Madness with the Yeti. So this may have to turn into something regular eventually. Depends on what happens. But off of Miss Penny's List, here's Fatal Malady with Don't Back Down on the Yeti Radio.
Gemma. You're listening to the Yeti Radio.
Love it.
That's awesome.
There you go.
The Yeti Radio. Oh, wow. Yeah, see? That's a badass song right there, I'm telling you. That's like, if I'll tell you, when I go to the gym, that's the CD, that's what I listen to work out. Gets me pumped. And it makes me want to go, I need to go back to the gym bad. Maybe if I listen to Fatal Malady more, it'll get me pumped to go, because it's a great CD to work out
Yes,
to.
it is.
And
I
that's
enjoy playing them when they come up on the list to play during shows after the new music on each Monday. So
and those,
it's always fun.
And that song right there, when you feel like you want to beat somebody's ass, that's the song right there. That's how I felt every morning going to work. I was like, don't back down.
All right, so we want to do one for one of Travis's.
Sure.
What'd you pick for me?
I
know I sent you a list, but a band, you know.
I don't know that I didn't get your list.
Oh, well, I know.
So
You're fired.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
Just name a band. Show me God.
You
Or you want to start from the
Or
top?
you want,
where the hell's my list right here? So, I really love Scars of Atrophy.
okay.
They are probably my favorite.
That's a lie. I heard you say
Yeah.
somebody else.
Sectus is, now that
I'm like, I heard you flat out say it on stage.
well, that was before Scars of Atrophy was around.
Okay, all right.
Before we started doing shit with them, and any of those songs are great that you got in front of you too. It doesn't matter which one; they're all fucking fabulous. So Atrophy back in the day was just phenomenal, and actually, Atrophy has still been my favorite interview too. Just for me, because Scars of Atrophy rather, Atrophy back in the day was just huge, you know. And once they got back together, we saw them at Joe's Grotto, and I was just, I can die now and be happy. You know, it's seriously just, I love them guys that much. And then they broke up. It was just a sad day. But then getting to meet Tim and stuff, you know, just, he's humble as can be, man. I mean, he's been around the world touring with Atrophy, you know. And don't get me wrong, we've met the guys in Flotsam and stuff, you know, and I've talked to some of the guys at Sacred Reich, and they're all humble guys. Just something about Tim, I don't know what it was.
You just clicked. It's
yeah, you know.
It is, yeah. You know, there are some people that you just click more better with.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
And the music is fucking awesome.
All right,
yeah.
so
which ones you got up there?
Smoke Screen, DEM6, or
DSM-6.
I was like, I don't even know any of those.
So I think it's DSM-6. So when Atrophy got back together, they did a new song called Riptide. They never released it. They only played it live, if I remember right. So they redid Riptide and made it DSM-6. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's
is that the one they filmed out in Casa Grande
at the Domes? I forget.
What's the name of that song?
DSM-6.
No, the other one.
Riptide.
Riptide?
Yeah. Riptide is from Atrophy, though.
Okay. So, DSM-6?
DSM-6.
All right. Here's Scars of Atrophy with DSM-6 for Travis on Friday Night Madness with the Yeti.
Yeah!
Rockin' Free Live.
Always heavy, always faster.
hear the echo from the gun. Death is such a rise, so we clamor in surprise. Memories don't to change your pain. Showing cause of health, ignoring mental health. Body count climbing every day. Living at your fate. Burning for years, hating angry face and tears. Gamers put up what they will create. Buried in the door, bodies flat against the floor. Every breath you take might be your last. Out into his rage, watch him wax inside of a cage. Carnage only passes with his blast. We ask you something should be done. Bad warning, screaming out high. Buried deep in under fun. The ending that has just begun. Bad warnings, rushes we played. Just with last and depth of solutions always on the run. Buckaroos of people speak their state of beating at the beat. Darkness spinning in his grave. Crying sentence of the vision, shouts the last and quench your fist. Burning at the money they will save. We ask you something should be done. Bad with warning, screaming out high. Buried deep in under fun. Calamity, democracy. The ending that has just begun. Bad with warnings, watch as we played. Just with lies and death of
Can you dig it?
The Yeti.
Can you dig it?
Yeti.
Can you dig it?
The Yeti.
The Yeti. Still with Rockin' Free Live, hanging out, playing some of their favorite local bands.
Yeah. Relief.
Okay.
Wait, turn that back up.
Well, because you've
my
already done your whole I Love Deepest Bones.
Oh, yeah.
So that's next up on your list.
Deepest Bones. I've already expressed all my thoughts and feelings about them. They're freaking awesome. And the song I chose is Simple Lies. It was That or Strange. I love both of those songs. Actually, I just like the whole album. But
Yes.
as far as I just really like the tone and the song. And Simple Lies is my choice for Deepest Bones.
All right. Here's Deepest Bones with Simple
Sorry,
Lies off of Penny's list on Friday Night Madness with the Yeti.
I've been dead for a long time. I let the sickness seep right through. The edge of the picture's aging. the truth, and I'm alive. I'm alive. You needed me when I watched you burning. Time is aching, hurting them, so I pour out the last of my angry words and all my simple lies. All my simple lies. You needed me when I watched you burning. Time is aching, hurting them, so I pour out the last of your angry words and all my simple lies. All my simple lies. It's been said for some time that I haven't cared about you. With all of my fears and failures, I saw the truth, and you're a liar. You're a liar. You needed me when I watched you burning. Time is aching, hurting, so I pour out the last
off of Penny's list on Friday Night Madness with the Yeti. That was Deepest Bones.
Yeah.
Now, next up we got Travis and
Sectus!
Yeah. Yeah, those guys are awesome. They're all around good guys.
And there's 3 of them that make that much fucking great noise. It's like, wow. You know what I mean?
insane.
Seriously, you know?
Big hearts, too.
Yeah. And you know when it's Sectus because Christian's singing. He's got a voice like nobody else does around town, you know? You got some bands that are just kind of, I don't want to say generic, but he's recognizable. He's
one of a kind.
One of a kind, yeah.
Right.
You know, I mean, his accent and all, and then him singing with that accent, it just,
Yes.
you know,
It's a whole nother level.
yeah.
yeah, it's just
Oh, and then they got Dylan Kidner on drums now.
And
Freaking
as
just-
musicians, yeah, they're just
They're all phenomenal.
phenomenal. Yeah. Just a few last few shows now, I've actually really watched David. What? Who? What?
No, I'm gonna beat Trevor's ass.
Don't try to be with a good time.
No,
Wait, let me get the video out.
Because there's this new word now that freaking clicks a song in my head. Because, you know, what is it? The Muppets? Phenomena.
No.
So now you can't say phenomenon because she hears the song.
Because of a commercial, it was like, phenomena. And I'm like, phenomena. And he's like, it's not even the same. I'm like, no, but the word
It's close
sounds
enough.
like phenomena. And now, phenomena. It all sounds the same. And now the freaking song gets stuck in my head.
No more for her.
So when he just said that right now, I'm like,
Talking about shrooms here. Huh?
Yeah, right?
well off of Travis's list of favorite local bands and songs. Here's a little Sectus with Inside Out off of their Bootstrap Paradox from 2016. Getting my tongue wrapped
We
around
are
my
in the
IT.
Wild West, you know, some bootstraps.
a little sectus for Travis. Inside Out.
Yeah. Yeah. You need to put a camera right here, man.
Figure out a way to strap that camera
Hell
on the
yeah.
microphone.
Yeah,
Wait a
what?
minute. I got another one around here somewhere. I might have to break out another camera.
Let's see. I see one there. I see one over here.
There's one laying around here. My 930. This replaced my 930 because this is actually a 4K.
Mm-hmm.
So the rest of them are 1080s. But so next up from Penny's list, we got a little Grudgemeyer for you. Song's called "Runaway."
Yes, I love these guys. We only booked them once, not through Rockin' Free, but it was when I think they played Skullfest the first year when I was doing Where the Band's At, Arizona. So they haven't played out in a long time because their lead singer, Alan Valide, has had back surgery. And so he's still recovering.
Okay.
But if all goes well, hopefully this year we will get them booked. I think they're working on a new CD. So
Awesome.
maybe, if anything, we'll get to do their CD release.
Hell yeah.
And so that I love their sound. He's totally got that whole 80s vibe going on, as you'll probably pick up on a lot of the songs that I have, or the bands that I've selected have that 80s vibe to them. So, yeah. So, anyways, yeah, Runaway. I love that one. That's a good song. Actually, I like all of them, but I had to pick one.
Gotta pick one.
Gotta pick one.
All right, Grudgemeyer was "Runaway" off of Penny's list. Friday Night Madness with the Yeti.
Lock me in a cellar, throw away the key.
Fudgemeyer, Runaway off of Penny's List on Friday Night Madness with the Yeti. Rockin' Free live in the studio for this one.
Working.
Working.
See, man, you think you got to work 100 hours a week? My work never fucking stops. I'm here doing interviews. I still got to work.
Hey.
Hey, I got to buy Mama a new pair of shoes, man.
Right?
That's right.
So who's next for you?
Well,
I'm trying to find. Well,
I was gonna have you play Hereafter, but maybe I'll go. Can you hook up my iPod to whatever you got going?
Sure.
Okay.
I think. Well, no, I don't know if I can. It's not a.
It's got an earpiece in it.
What kind?
3.5.
Either way, I have
Yeah.
Imaginal Cell, so we can just go off of that.
But we can play good old. Well, see, I like heavy, man. Either Show Me God or I Don't Conform. Either one. I Don't Conform. I do love I Don't Conform.
Here's the.
I'll go get it for next song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Because that's one of Penny's favorites. Well, the lead singer for Hereafter is Ethan Foxtontown. Buddy, shout out.
And he's also in
In
Imaginal Cell.
Yes,
so
so.
it's the same singer, different band.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
the same concept in both. So
Throw up there I Don't Conform first.
Okay. We'll do some I Don't Conform.
Sagebrush Rejects. Yeah. I don't know what it is about that song. It's just so much fucking fun. Once again, another 3-piece band that is just phenomenal.
yeah,
You know, they are awesome.
you should have got
Yep.
Don't fuck your face.
Don't fuck your face.
No, fuck your face, motherfucker.
I like Sagebrush. Sagebrush. You're rubbing off on me, man.
Fuck your face, you.
Motherfucker. Anyways,
I love that one. That's my
Yeah.
favorite.
I actually went to see these guys a couple weeks ago on a Thursday night. I stayed up past my bedtime. Can you believe that shit?
Oh my
I
gosh.
know, what the hell? I think hell froze over.
Holy crap.
But, you know, it's all good. So,
Travis stayed up past his bedtime.
yep. And like now. Shit. But I'll have to work tomorrow, so. Yeah, so I Don't Conform. Sagebrush Rejects.
Sagebrush Rejects from I Don't Conform for Travis on Friday Night Madness with the Yeti.
Yeah!
Get ready to jam.
Sagebrush Rejects. Sagebrush Rejects. Sagebrush Rejects. We are the Sagebrush Rejects. Don't give a fuck about your opinions, especially from all you bitches who live your life without resistance. You think you know how this life should go. You can't even tell who's your friend from foe. You think you know how this life should go. You can't even tell who's your friend from foe. Sagebrush Rejects. Sagebrush Rejects. Sagebrush Rejects. Drink, fight. What the fuck you gonna do tonight? Drink, fight. This is how we live our life. What the fuck you gonna do? It's all the liquor and the booze. What the fuck you gonna do? This is the life we choose.
Sagebrush Rejects
Say that 10 times fast.
from I Don't Conform.
Yeah.
From up in Window Rock.
No. Yeah, Window
Yes.
Rock. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I love them guys. They're awesome.
They are. When I got to meet them at the rooms, it was super cool. It was super nice guys.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, we hung out for like an hour or something after the show. I think it was 2 weeks ago when I went. And we hung outside for like an hour just bullshitting and, you know. I'm trying to get Kyle's mom to come out to give us some fucking fry bread.
Right?
Oh my God. I'm like, come on already.
Right.
You real fry bread, yes.
And that's also the night that we hung out at the van and they showed me the video.
Oh, for Fuck Your Face?
Yes. And I got to see it before it even went out. And I'm like, you know, that's cool.
Yeah.
You know, you get to do stuff. That's kind of why I do what I do.
Right.
You know, because you get to see the
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in there.
Ooh, come on in.
Sneak back in here.
I saw a cat.
A hairless one at that.
Yes, a Sphinx.
It was a naked cat.
She's not naked. She's fuzzy.
It's just a hairless pussy.
Oh, Jesus. What the frick? Oh, Lord have mercy. Naked
Did that come out loud?
Naked cat.
Loud and clear.
Oh, Lord.
I'm glad the kids aren't in here.
So,
Oh, what was my next song?
so you want to do your imaginal selves?
Is that the one I'm up next to? Headed to
Well,
see?
it was actually last, but
Oh.
when we look at
Well,
the
since
clock.
we keep talking about them, yeah. Yeah, let's do that one.
Okay.
Let me tell you about Ethan. Ethan is the reason I even got involved at all with the music scene.
Okay.
Which is crazy.
2016 is when I met him. Actually, April 9th, 2016, I met Ethan Fox.
So before you go any farther, that was the first day I had seen Ethan Fox in about 20 years.
Yeah.
So I've known Ethan for a long time. So
Yeah, so it was at the Goodyear Park or whatever. They did us an outdoor show, and that was actually with Static Confusion.
Yeah.
So that was the band that he was in at that time. So, so then I got to meet him, and I would go and watch his shows, and he would do a lot of acoustic stuff, and then we had a coffee shop out here just off of Verado, and he would go out there and play. And so I would go out there and just sit and drink coffee and watch Ethan sing, and he was doing his acoustic stuff. And then I would go and watch him in Kansas, his tribute band at that time, and whatever else he had going. He had a million.
He's got his hands in a lot of pots.
He is like everything. Third Rock.
Published author.
He's a published author, and
Yeah.
oh my God,
And
you have to read the book. Now I done forgot.
I'm looking at the thing. I'm laying in my bed right now, looking at the spine of the book, and I can't. Earth Awakenings, or it's right here.
Spider Rock. It's at Spider Rock or whatever. I can tell you.
So, anyways,
Tell you right
I've
now.
known Ethan since like 1993. No, I was still in high school. We used to go to San Francisco, so like 91 or 92, he was in a band called Sweating Blood.
Yeah.
He worked with my brother-in-law wherever, and he was in the band, and we'd go see him, you know. Ethan's actually got video from one of his shows with my brother-in-law and I in it. So Ethan, I keep telling him, get them things over here, let's watch that shit.
Right?
Sweating Blood was awesome, and they were a whole lot of fun to play, or a whole lot of fun to watch. And speaking of Rebel Lounge, back in the day, Mason Jar, seen him there.
You can find those videos, I think, on YouTube still.
I have to go look for that.
Yeah.
I know.
So yeah, little Ethan. But Earthkeeper.
Well, now you got me down here watching
I
this
know.
screen.
Earthkeeper Awakening
There you
at
go.
Spider Rock is the book. Okay, and I've been bugging him and bugging him and bugging him for the second book because it keeps you hanging on and you will not be able to put the book down. Okay? So I know he's been working on that book, but it's just a matter of now just getting it finished and published. So, and it's supposed to be like a 3 parts. So there should be
3
a
books?
third book.
Okay.
Yes. But he's got to get the second one done. And keep in mind, I read this book back in 2016. We're in 2023 right now. Ethan, I'm telling you.
Get busy, buddy.
Begin to get that book out. So Ethan is also in Tripwire. So if you're familiar with Tripwire, he is the lead singer in that. Hereafter band. Now maybe we might be able to find a song off of there.
Oh, there you go.
So, and then Imaginal Cells. Hereafter was actually prior to Imaginal Cells, and he's collaborated with other musicians that don't live in Arizona. So,
Okay.
Except for one, Jimmy Catterin.
He
does live here.
But there's like someone in Hawaii, someone back east, and they just put their music together and put, so they haven't played out live or anything with that stuff, but his songs with both of these groups are very current time events type thing. So when you listen to the lyrics, you'll kind of pick up on that. And he's really big into the whole native
natural.
Yeah, and like the whole anything to do with the natives. He's really in tune with a lot of that kind of stuff, and he's just an amazing person. And
artist and all. I mean, his paintings. He is such a
Ethan Fox. That's
he
him.
is such a creative mind. It's just ridiculous.
And a painter. He paints too, and that's kind of like where I got my inspiration from. And I never painted before I retired.
Right.
Never painted. All this stuff is just deep down inside. I didn't even know it existed, and so yeah. Awesome guy. So maybe I can find something on here after while you play.
All right.
Imaginal Cells.
Imaginal Cells off of Penny's list. Here's Tar Sands. Waterlands? Yes?
Something like that.
I'm having a hard time seeing. I think there's a smudge on my glasses. Right here with the Yeti.
Yeah, that's it. Burial ground. So
Yeah, we need to
Feedback.
mute that before we open the mics up. Woo! A little bit of screaming feedback. Imaginal Cells for you off of Penny's list.
Yes, I love. He's got such a amazing vocal range. I don't know of anybody that can really beat that here.
Right.
You know, and I challenged him one night. We went out for karaoke. Actually, this was the night I met him. And he's like, you pick it, I'll sing it. And I said, okay, I want you to sing Queensryche. And it was...
Silent Lucidity.
No, it was the other one.
Jet City Woman.
Jet City Woman.
Yeah, I remember now.
And I was blown away. I have it on video, too. And he sang it. I mean... And he goes, I've never sang this song before. And he didn't miss a beat. He sang it. Oh my God, it was amazing. It was like Jeff Tate singing it. So it was incredible. I was blown away.
Is the other one on YouTube? The other song the other band?
No, I just sent it to you from his Facebook.
Oh, okay.
The band page. But anyways, so you can just play one of my next ones. Well, I'll get that one ready.
Whoa.
It's his turn.
Back off. Jack off.
Oh, that was your... Okay.
All right. Show Me God?
Yeah, Show Me God.
Line cutter.
I don't know. How many songs are we going to play? How long are we going, I should say?
We probably got 2 or 3 more.
All right, let's do Book of Numbers then.
Book of Numbers?
Yeah. Just to kind of keep it in... Ethan Fox is my favorite vocalist in town.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Schumacher is...
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, just...
He's up there.
He's not... He's up there, yeah. He's different
definitely.
style than Ethan is.
Right.
But equally as good, you know,
And-
just in
That
a different
whole
way.
operatic
And the
metal.
thing is,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
both
Right.
have their tribute bands, and then you got your original. And Book of Numbers
Yep.
is their original
Yeah.
band, and yeah, he's phenomenal.
Well, I've had some conversations with Kevin, and he was first published, recorded, whatever, 7 years old on a record, on an album.
7 years old.
Yeah.
Wow.
Started at 5.
Yeah.
And first press was
Yep,
7 years old.
So he's been singing a long fucking time.
To say the least.
Yeah, you know,
And no one can pull Ozzy off
as well as him. Yeah.
he is
Right.
just-
Absolutely.
So we want to hear Our Dying World.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes.
that's the one.
That's their favorite song, too.
Yes.
In case you didn't see my interview.
It is
with them.
their favorite song. Yep.
I think it's
His
all of our
vocals
favorite
in this
songs.
thing,
And
it just goes from every which way. It's just
And the thing of it is, and tie it in with Ethan is
Yes,
like
well,
all
that's-
about the whole current time events.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know?
Not to mention the operatic metal.
yes.
You know, that
Yes.
whole old school,
Yeah.
amazing sound. It's just phenomenal.
Yeah.
All right. For Travis, here's Book of Numbers, Our Dying World on Friday Night Madness.
Not many have been there. Too many have tried. So many have fallen to be pushed far aside. And then came the rain, and the flowers bloomed again, and the sun and the moon aligned. Not many have seen her. Too many have failed. So many are broken to be stuck or derailed.
Not many have been here. No stories to share. We're all living in fear. It all isn't fair. And then came the rain, and the flowers bloomed again, and the earth and the stars aligned. Devastation, the radiation, the frustration of our dying world. The frustration, the radiation, the devastation of our dying world. The devastation, the radiation, the obliteration of our dying world. The revolution, the observation, the damnation of our dying world.
Book of Numbers, Our Dying World, right here on Friday Night Madness. With Rockin' Free Live.
Easy one to say, huh? Our
Right?
dying world.
Well, you know, after getting to do the interview with them and getting to know them a whole lot better, and, doing my research, and I said when I started doing this, I didn't even unmute the mic, and my buddy and we became friends. His wife and my wife think when they see us together, like if we're out walking around doing something, they're like, "Are they related?" Because you know, but it's mannerisms,
right?
And we pick each other's up like that for some reason. It's just weird. But he came in, and I was broadcasting under a GIF image, and it was raining on an awning, and he's like,
Is that picking up that?
Are you really broadcasting in the rain? And I'm like, so I turned the chroma key off, and he's like, that's fucking cool. You need to come do internet radio with us. And I'm like, And for 3 months, nonstop.
Come do it. Do it.
And send me videos of California air checks, DJs, old school DJs.
Yeah.
How they did it, you know, and just their air checks, so you can learn, you know, their personalities to see how it's done. You know, obviously come up with your own. And I had a different screen name at the time. I used to be on. My ex-wife was from Guam, so we spent 2.5 years on Guam because I wanted my two oldest to know where their mother was from.
Yeah.
So, you know, experience that culture.
Yeah.
And one of the guys that I worked with was looking up at me one day, and he goes, "You know, Smitty, you're as big as one of them fucking semi trucks." And he goes, "That's it, Smittyville." So that one stuck for a while, but when it came to radio, it didn't have that radio roll.
Yeah.
You know, like you know, all the
Something
DJs
simple.
have. Yeah, something nice that rolled really well when you said it. And I'm asking my wife, I'm like, "You gonna give me a hand here? Help me figure this out?" She goes, "Why do I gotta do it?" I said, "You're supporting me, right? A little bit of help. I'm having a brain fart." And she's like, "Just use the fucking Yeti." And I'm like, "See? You're a genius." So we started, and we did tribute stations. WCFL's one out of Chicago back in the day. Wolfman Jack had been on that one. And, he's been on a lot. But, you know, when you get syndicated, then you know, that's different. But in fact, one of the promos that I did for it, I used part of his, some of his lines, and it was really cool, and learning how to do it. And then I got bored and decided to go look for something for the next show, because I was just playing everything else. You know, I always played rock, so I was always doing the 80s, 90s, 70s, and I came across the Bands in Town app. And I'm scrolling through this thing. I'm like, hey, this is kind of cool. Where the hell did this thing come from? I'm like, who the fuck are these people? I'm like, and I go deeper into their profile, and there's music. I'm like, this is good. Who the hell is this? I'm like, well, these are local bands. Ooh. It's the Phoenix music scene.
Right.
Instantly came up with the logo. Just pulled it out of my
butt.
And, threw it together. That's why it was initially called, because most of the bands that I found initially, I didn't find them, that I came across.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to twist my words on me.
You didn't find them.
They were from Phoenix. So that's how the name started.
Right.
Now it's Arizona because they're all over the place.
Yeah.
But it started as a little segment. It started, 15, 20, 30 minutes, and it turned into an hour. And then
and now here we are.
And COVID hit. COVID hit, and then the whole thing shut down. I just stopped broadcasting altogether because my wife was pregnant with my son, having some complications, so everything just
more important things
stopped.
going on.
Yeah, way more important things, and that all worked out fine. And he's a COVID baby, healthy and a giant. And then
wonder where that comes from.
He and then COVID started to let loose a little bit, and then so I contacted a friend at work who has a band who's still not gotten me music for several years now. And I'm like, and he's like, yeah, we're still. I'm like, okay. He goes, you remember Penny? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, yeah, you should get in touch with her. I'm like, okay, why? And
I'm sure he didn't say Penny, huh? Or did he? Because you didn't know me.
Well, he might have used
my last name.
Yeah, your last name. He might have said that, but then he also, I think he used your first name too.
Oh.
So he got me in touch with her, and then you, because I think that night at the 44 in the in the lounge with the X's and that was the first.
Yeah, because I didn't make it because I had pneumonia.
Yeah,
I was sick, so. Yeah, he had messaged me, and he's like, you need to get in touch with, remember, Mike Smith from
North Control.
North Control? And I go, yeah.
The one everybody was scared of?
I'm like, yeah, I remember him, because he freaking cussed me out one day. Yeah, I remember him.
It was part of the job.
Oh, my God. I'll never forget that. It was like, I was still pretty new back then, but yeah, I never forgot that. And so every time I saw him, I was like, oh, shit.
He's going to yell at me again.
I'm like, because you're so serious in there, man. Like,
well,
you're there with all the weapons and everything. It's
there's a lot going on. When you have...
nobody in there is usually very nice. They're all just like, you know what do you need, blah, blah, blah. Because it's crazy. You're managing so much stuff. They have at least 2 people sometimes.
One of the guys that works in there now used to be out on perimeter all the time, and somebody would say something stupid on the radio, and he'd be like, here comes Smitty. And boom, and he's like, right on cue. And then he started working in there, and guess what?
He
took your
spot,
just like me.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. That's now you know why.
That spot right there is probably the heartbeat of the whole freaking place, because you're dealing with traffic,
everything
in and out. So
you name it, you're dealing with it.
Yeah.
You've got 7, 8. There's 8 total units, and it's a madhouse. They all call you at the same time. Well, why aren't you taking care of me? Wait a minute, I'm taking care of everybody else too.
Gate.
I'm only one person.
Sally port, count, movement, everything going in, out. Yeah.
And then you have somebody standing at the loading dock door, flashing a flashlight at you to get you to open the door when gate 2 is open.
Won't mention any names.
How do you know? Do you even remember that day? That was like 1999. Oh God! Yeah.
I'd love it.
Well, that was back when that little speaker thingy on there actually worked. And I didn't know, and I was sitting there pushing the button, and nothing was. I was like, God dang, man, he's a freaking moron working in there. And he's like, oh, you should be careful, you never know who's work or can hear you. And I was like, oh shit.
Did I say that?
Oh my god. And I'll never forget that. So, but anyway, so Johnny he's like, you need to get in touch with him. He's got his own radio thing going on, blah blah blah. So I checked it out, and then I reached out to you, and I said, hey, blah blah blah, we do this. And then I was like, we just talked, and then and then that was it. And then when we did the thing for that one place, and then so and that was when you showed up. And
then we collaborated a little bit on that banner.
That banner?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The banner. So.
Oh yeah, this one. That is a freaking. Whew,
yeah.
That happened, and then everyone got a freaking
butt hurt.
Not everyone. Only a couple.
A few people got their panties in a wad.
I'm like, give me time. It's
I'm like,
work in progress.
Yeah.
It's gonna,
It ain't that. People get worked up over dumb
stupid shit
stuff. It's like, relax. Communication, man. Communication is key.
Jerry's RV has been in the back of my mind for quite some time, except more like a sprinter van set up to do interviews.
Right.
And then as I was doing that, I was imagining a rap.
Or at least like the back or something,
on the back,
the sides, anyway. But then I saw an ad today for it's a box truck, but has mobile video billboards on the sides.
It's a rockin' free man.
And I was like, oh yes.
Why not just get a school bus?
I'm like, rockin' free right there, man. And then there's the
yes.
I'm like, I so would love it. I'm like, that's rockin' free right there.
That one little, it's been on Facebook floating around, the little short yellow school bus with the blower sticking out of the hood.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my dad's got a school bus already, or 2, maybe 3. I think he just sold one, so he's still got 1 or 2 left.
What?
Yeah.
Well, we need it.
All right.
We need to paint it black and put some red stuff on it, and put our logo on it, and we could be the Rockin' Free Mobile interviews.
The little one would have been perfect. The one he just sold, that would have been perfect for it. Yeah.
Because I don't know if you watch. Like Steve-O, he has his own podcast on YouTube, and he has a little van or RV or something, and he does all his interviews in there, and everything's hooked up, got freaking microphones on. Yeah. Oh my god! And so the guy running the laptop or whatever is sitting in the front seat, passenger seat or whatever, because they just flip around and boom boom, and I'm like, yeah. Now that's what we need.
Right.
It'd be perfect.
Absolutely.
I don't want nothing big like what Focus TV has, but just a minivan. I don't care, a van.
I'm 6'5". I need something a little bit bigger than a van.
A caravan or whatever you call it. It would work. But yeah, so I don't know. If we do.
20% up.
There's so many bands of music that I love and that I would like to play. Also. So maybe if we
since I believe they're all going to be here Sunday, we'll go and do your next one.
Yeah, we can do that. But there's another one I want to do if I only have one more choice after this, because there's several I wanted to do, but I don't know how much time we have here, so. I could go.
We can stretch it a little bit.
Yeah, okay. Well, then, if we go till 10, then it's going to be a long...
Right? All right, next up off of Penny's list, here's Addicted with Without You on the Yeti Radio.
It's been a long time
Without you, without you, it's been a long time since I've seen your face. 'Cause it's been a long time since I've been around. It was a long road that I had to take. It's been a long time down that open road. It's been a long time without you. It's been a long time down that open road. It's been a long time without you, without you, without you. Without you, without you. Without you, without you, without you, without you.
Addicted.
Yeah.
Without you.
I love Hector. Hector, my Schecter. He was my first inspiration for my gnome.
Because he was the easiest.
I know, and it's like, it was just a simple gnome, but now it's like
He's also the smallest gnome.
I know, but you know what? I have another idea for another gnome because he has a new guitar, a new Schecter V. So I have to make another gnome, but it will be different, so it'll be its own unique look for that one.
Awesome.
So
definitely look forward to that.
Stay tuned for the Schecter V coming soon to a venue near you.
Right.
But, who knows? I'm like looking at all these gnomes up there and it's like, God dang. But
number one gnome supporter over here.
Yeah.
That other one that you sent to Facebook, send it to the other one.
You what?
The other song that you sent to Facebook or to Messenger. You said you sent it to Messenger, right?
Yeah.
Send it to the other one because that one's tied up with the screen.
Okay. All right.
Well then.
Well, we're gonna save that one for last anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So.
Next up on
Mr. Travis.
Well, how long are we gonna go? How many more songs?
Probably squeeze maybe two more each, and then throw one in for Trevor.
That's perfect then, because I would like to do my next favorite vocalist then in town, since we were going with it. Where am I at? Oh, Burned Bridges.
Oh yeah. Since you can do it, and then I won't have to use mine.
Is that how it is? Damn, I should let you use it. No,
no, because I have other ones. I have two other ones I want to use, so that works out perfect.
Any song from him, I don't care. He's just a great vocalist.
Well, I'll tell you what song. I'll tell you what song, because I have the song picked out.
Okay.
Which is Only Way.
Only Way.
Only
Okay.
Way.
That'll work?
Yeah, that's
All
fine.
right.
Anything he sings is just phenomenal. The man has got pipes like no fucking tomorrow.
I like
Right.
to pick different songs
I
that
only
aren't
know-
overly played.
Well, and I was going to say, whatever one you haven't played, you know.
Right.
I think
Not
he's
one
about
I
the
play
only one that
very
can
often.
scream about as long and loud as I can.
Right?
Right? That's true.
I got to go outside and get a couple of practice rounds in before I can hang with you. But well, for Travis, here's Burned Bridges, and the song is Only Way. Right here on the Yeti Radio. Friday Night Madness with Rockin' Free in the house.
Well, apparently.
Sometimes I cry. It's the only way. Wash all the pain right away. The more I release to get through this day, the thoughts of you pass away. Sometimes I cry, it's the only way. Sometimes I walk this road alone. Sometimes I cry, it's the only way. I'm just left here all alone. Since you've been gone, I've gone astray, wandering in listless space. The past is now, it's here to stay. I now have to find what's here today. Sometimes I cry, it's the only way. Sometimes I walk this road alone. Sometimes I cry, it's the only way. I'm just left here all alone.
damn mute buttons.
All right.
That's why I love live. You know,
Right.
it's just like you get what you get and take it, buddy.
I always, and like for the Bellwethers, we recorded it, but I left it.
Yeah.
And I don't think I made too many mistakes, but that was phenomenal. But and one of my settings in the broadcast software that I use had it set to MKV as a format, and I'm like, which only opens in VLC. And I'm like,
that's Chinese.
I need MP4, and I'm like, wait a minute, I can schedule it on YouTube. So I just went ahead and uploaded it to YouTube and scheduled it for today at 6, and it was set. And I'm like, yes, I'm saved, because I was like, please don't tell me I just lost this video, lost this interview altogether. I'm like, oh my god.
No, I saw it on there because I was looking at it. I was like, is he doing an interview before ours? And I was like, it said uploaded 24 minutes ago. And I'm like, what the heck? And I'm like, I'm confused. But anyway.
It was one of those timing things that just kind of got messed up, and we had to adjust it. So it happens, and it worked out. So Mama's not happy, but I'm going to get up to her somehow.
So we just listened to Burn Bridges. Only Way. I love that song. That's probably, I'd have to say that's probably my favorite.
Travis played a non-metal song. I'm impressed.
Well, you know.
And I know you love Del, and the guys are awesome.
Are just phenomenal, you know.
And they do so much with you guys.
With us, yeah. And that's not the only reason I play him. I mean, don't get me wrong, he can sing.
It's great music. Absolutely.
And I'm just so proud that at least he does like some music that's not thrashy and death metal.
Right.
Because otherwise I would never have a chance of booking anything. But we have such a diverse.
Well, I think it works good the way you like, and I like the music that you book. But I just prefer.
And there's some that he's never heard, and then when we book them, he's like, "Dang, they're good." Because I tell him like, "Oh, you're gonna love these guys,"
Apex Nemesis.
Like Apex Nemesis.
Right.
I said, "You're gonna love them,"
yeah.
Because it's like there's some that I really like, and I like them. And like I don't conform. I really like them, but there's just some like it's just too much that I can't. Like
Scars of Atrophy drives are crazy.
I love those guys, but it isn't that I don't like the music. It's just too much. I can't. Like, my head, and so I'm sorry, guys. I just there's just some I can't listen to because I want to hear the words. I want to understand what they're saying.
Right,
I
absolutely.
like the lyrics, and when they're up there and all I hear, I'm like, oh my god! And then, I think that night too, the sound was super loud, and I was like, oh my god! I had a migraine the next morning, I'm like, I don't like waking up feeling like I have a hangover after going to a concert.
Show.
Yeah, and that's what happens when I listen to the heavy stuff.
Right.
The heavy stuff. So, my next one I do want to listen to is Moons, Birds, and Monsters. And let me tell you about my boy Zach.
Yes.
Zach.
Moons, Birds, and Monsters.
Matter of time.
They were great.
And you don't have them up there because they're no longer a band. They did break up. But
do they make up any other bands?
Well,
in the works.
Jared has a band called Comptalo or something like that. I don't know. Sorry, I'm butchering that name. But he's more of a rapper dude. So he has his style. And then Zach O'Meara has basically been doing his own thing, solo with acoustic shows, and he goes out and plays a lot.
Yeah. He's opened for us.
Yeah, he's done some stuff for us. And Trevor and I will go out and see him whenever, it works out that we can go see him. But he has a lot of stuff all the time. And absolutely love him. He's definitely one of my favorite vocalists. And his voice is one of the ones that just makes my heart just melt. Along with Jake Olson, which I don't have him on my list because he doesn't have anything on iTunes or whatever, Apple. But otherwise I'd be playing Jake because I only have live stuff on him. But there's just some vocalists that just really touch me in a deep place that actually bring tears to my eyes sometimes because of the way they sing. It's just, there's something special with them, and Zach's one of those people.
He is good.
So Moons, Birds, and Monsters, I absolutely loved that band, and I was totally heartbroken when they fell apart. But I believe he's working on something to maybe soon. We'll find out.
And he actually played a little bit with Burn Bridges.
Yes.
And actually has parts on their CD.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I think maybe it was that song too. I don't know. Only one.
That might be.
I think it was that song.
Zachary O'Meara?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, he is on that.
Sorry, I didn't say it. Right.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry, Zach.
So he played guitar on
I
that.
should have said featuring Zachary.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. He did backup vocals, I think, too.
Bad Yeti.
Yes.
No snow cone for you.
Anyway, so Birds and Monsters, and it's called, I forgot.
Matter of Time.
Matter of Time.
Moons, Birds, and Monsters. Matter of Time. Off of Penny's list. On Friday Night Madness on the Yeti Radio, featuring Rockin' Free Live.
Yeah!
Hey, remember the camera's up there this time. You didn't? What?
You never want me around, but still I can't be found. Waiting for the perfect moment.
now I need to unmute the mics. Moons, Birds, and Monsters. Matter of Time. Off of Penny's list. Oops. Oh my God. This is why we love live radio. You know,
that's what I'm saying.
It's not
live.
It's not voice
track. Get the outtakes, man. Get the outtakes.
Well, no, because it was
unscripted.
There was a guy in West Virginia that I knew, and I was doing my show, and he really enjoyed my show, and he's like, "Hey, would you mind, recording me a show once a week and sending it to me, and I'll play it on my station."
Right.
He also has a small license for over the air. So it was, I think he's on the FM. But where they're at, their radio station went away, so they don't have anything. So he does the local stuff,
right?
And I'm like, sure,
why not?
And I did it for a little while. And then it's time consuming. It's because I sit there and do.
Piece everything together and
I get the playlist together, then sit there and record it, and then the start was always the hard part. I'm always restarting it because I screw it up, but once I got it rolling, if I made a mistake, just act like it's live,
right? Just keep going, screw it.
Yeah, and no, it went over really well. It was kind of nice to be doing this as a hobby and being syndicated.
Right. Right.
Slightly. Not professionally syndicated, but hey,
that's all right.
Somebody on the other side of the country was playing my show, so
right.
It was neat. And then my buddy that's in Washington, he was going to do some changes and do something that he's wanted to do, but that went away. So he's sticking with his station.
Right.
And so hopefully once some rains loosen up around here, maybe I start doing some shows for him and
send them off.
Well, actually, his would probably be live. Yeah, but they would be voice only. It wouldn't be the video and everything, which would be different for me. And I don't like being on camera, but when you're on a video site, that's kind of somewhat of a prerequisite for the people that come to the site.
Right.
We want to see you. We don't want to just hear you. And I'm like, so.
Let's just get a cardboard cutout. Here's me.
But and even if I get to do my station, the station itself would be just audio.
Right.
But my shows, if like New Music Monday or something like this in the future or whatever, would still be. It would go over as just audio, but right. I may still do the video as well, just because of the production that I do with the musicians in the background and presenting the music the way that I do, so that they have something. If they want to use it for something,
go for it.
Yeah, it's theirs.
Yeah.
And it's cool because Kenyon, you guys did the interview right after his last song premiered. And he used he used my introduction for his song in a promo that he did for his song.
Nice.
Which was really cool. Nobody's ever done that. And I was like, wow, that was pretty awesome. And then he did the demo or the promo.
Right.
Kenyon France, Kenyon France, and you're listening to Yeti Radio. So that was really awesome.
That today too.
Shit, told me this like 3 hours ago.
We're like,
this kid.
I know.
Because we're slack.
All right, next up for Travis, we have Hereafter.
Is that our last one then?
Wait, we gotta play two more. One more for me and then ours together. Can we do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
And then we'll do one for Trevor.
Oh, well, Trevor...
We agree on this
Well, then you play one and
okay.
I'll play... Because I really want... I'm mixed between the two, so...
There is one more that I wanted.
Okay. Well, I put the kids to bed. Mama went to bed, so we can stretch it a little bit. Well, I do have to work in the morning, but...
Oh, shoot.
Show Me God. Because Mike, once again, I love...
do this one?
Do that one very last.
That one? Okay.
Yeah.
That one last. Show Me God.
Yeah. And once again, anything for Show Me God, because all their shit's fucking great. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Probably Creepsville.
Going down to Creepsville.
Yeah.
Well, he plays that one.
Do you play that one? Oh, gosh. Which one don't you play then? Nazis versus shit show. There you go.
Yeah, welcome to the shit show.
That's my theme song. Because
Ours too.
I'm always making mistakes.
Speaking of shit shows earlier, there you go.
It kind of rolls. That's how we met. Show Me Guy was at a shit show.
Right. But Nazis versus strippers is cool.
Nazi versus strippers is good, but shit show is perfect. Yeah.
What was it? Pom Pom Girls of Horror High was.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. They're all good.
Oh yeah,
you know.
they're all phenomenal. But so shit show it is.
Shit show it is. Yeah.
We all voted.
Off of Travis's list, Friday Night Madness with the Yeti. Here's Show Me God and Shit Show.
Oh, yeah.
With the Yeti. We love you, Mike. I don't care what anybody says.
That's right.
Take
Show Me God with Shit Show for Travis's list on Friday Night Madness with the Yeti.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes, love these guys. They're phenomenal. And
thank you very much.
You're what?
We're phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, he just said it.
Yeah.
phenomena.
I was trying not to think of that. Assholes.
Well, when First Jason was here, that was a blast.
That was fun.
And then we did the meet and greet.
Yeah.
On Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I went to that one. I didn't go to the one on Saturday. And
I didn't go to any of them.
Slacker.
And so we're over at the record store, and I was wearing a Hawaiian print. You know.
It was odd seeing you out of the shirt.
What? You didn't have your Yeti
well,
shirt?
just in regular public. I got the kids with me, you know. And and Mike goes, "Man, we should have had the Yeti in costume." And I'm like, oh, not with the kids. I can't keep track of myself when I'm in uniform. You don't want to bring the Yeti. And I got the kids. Damn. Trying to remember names. One of the guys was standing there, and I'm like, so should I show up tonight in costume? Because Mike's never seen me in costume. No, I don't think anybody there had. And he was like, fuck yeah. So and it was funny because I took that picture with Rodney, but I thought it was his daughter. She was standing out back, and I thought it was somebody else. And I snuck up behind her and scared the shit out of her. And then it wasn't who I thought it was. I was like, oh shit. And she's like, oh, and she goes, can I take a picture? Absolutely. So she come over and had her fiance or husband to take the picture. And she's like, I can't believe this guy. He just scared the shit out of me. Now I'm asking him to take a picture with me. But I snuck in to the dressing room and started going off with the sound effects.
Yeah.
And because Mike didn't know. They kept it a secret. And Mike's face lit up, and he looks at me and he goes, you're fucking going on stage. And I'm like, oh, not why I did this. Because I'm not a musician. I'm going to stand up there and look stupid. You know, or I at least felt stupid. I think it looked okay. After the fact, looking at it, you know, it was like, okay, it looked better than I thought it would. But,
I was like,
and it was fun.
Some girl strapped up there with chains on. I'm just kidding. He's like,
you're at Creepsville, you know, so
right. Anything can happen.
That's right.
It could be a free for all.
You never know
but
what's gonna happen.
And it's funny being in costume, the reactions that I get, because I went to a Fiesta Bowl in costume, and that was blowing people's minds. I've never had my ass grabbed so many times. They were like, "Hey, can we take a picture?" And the husbands. There's like 3 husbands and 3 wives, and the women are taking the picture with me. At least 2 of them got a handful, and I'm like, really? Well, whatever. But I know my buddy came down and we went to Decadence for New Year's rave, and I went in costume.
Right.
The first night I didn't. We just went, but the second night for New Year's Eve was in costume, and oh my god, ooh, people on ecstasy and textures.
Right.
Can I touch you? And I'm like, I don't know. What are you going to do to me? Because it's not my scene.
Right.
It's my buddies, and I'm like, just there to have fun. And
yeah.
It goes over well, but. And there's some people. Ooh, I'm like, this could get dangerous. And it's a lot of fun. And we did Buckeye for the Halloween Carnival. That was a blast.
Nice.
Only took second place. I was mad.
Who
We lost to
beat
a family of all the scary characters.
Oh, okay.
Jason, Freddy, Chucky.
Well,
I remember we
Pennywise.
saw them all walking down the sidewalk. I took a picture. I probably have it in my phone
So,
somewhere.
Yeah.
I took a picture.
There's a
walking
plan
down
for this year.
It was on Watson. We were driving.
Yeah, get the saddle.
Remember Grandma's styrofoam wig head?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna get eye bolts, put them through there, put a plate on the bottom, screw it on, to hold
Move it around.
Put all the put the masks on the styrofoam heads, chain them together and wear them. I'm the Yeti. I just killed all your fucking nightmares. If I don't get first place now.
Right?
No, it was a lot of fun, and because it's funny. My father-in-law ran audio for me because it's better when it's via Bluetooth as opposed to my my wired one. It's still loud and good, but there's more options, or can be more options with the Bluetooth.
Downloads on the
it's a whole app. Yeah. So this one lady, she was they were coaxing her.
Mario.
She was they were coaxing her up to take a picture with me.
Mm-hmm.
And she got about 4 feet from me, and my father-in-law hit the roar button. And she's like, no, fuck this. And was gone. I'm like, it's Halloween. I'm not going to touch you. It's like, but I guess that's the Halloween spirit.
Right.
People want to be scared.
Well, we lived at the end of a block growing up as a kid, at the end of a cul-de-sac. So like 3 or 4 years in a row, my dad made a haunted house in our carport. By the second year, here's the kids, there's the kids.
Big long line.
Yeah, by the 4th year or something, we had like no kids. We still had this candy full. Yeah, he just get the guys from the neighborhood, and the kids were just like, hell no.
It's too scary.
Yeah.
Well, my buddy that's in Washington, he's originally from the Bay Area, Fremont, and his mom's house. His mom's house is straight off of a T intersection,
right?
And so they got permission from both neighbors to use their front yards as well as hers,
right?
And he's like, you guys should come up and do Halloween with us. Bring the Yeti and
right.
Okay. She's like, yeah, we get a couple hundred people. A couple hundred, my ass.
A couple thousand.
I stood there for 3.5 hours taking pictures. I'm like, maybe 400 or 500. I'm like, and then we didn't go the next year, and everybody was pissed. Where's the Yeti? What do you mean? Wait a minute. So yeah, it's having
times.
A costume and a persona to go along with it all helps and makes it a little more fun.
It does.
And Skullfest was a blast. That was just phenomenal. I was tired as hell after that.
Oh, I can imagine.
All day in that. And
yeah.
Then my sound effects, one of the wires broke, and
oh shit!
It just.
It's not even streaming to YouTube.
But I can't get. It's hard to get somebody to want to come with me to run my sound stuff. Yeah, all I got to do is hit buttons.
Come on, then.
Come up with some cues. Right hand is this one, left hand is that one.
Right. Tap my head.
Well, we don't want to make it look like a dance, but do the Yeti dance, or start playing Clutch the Yeti.
No more for you. Yeah. Let's see what song Trevor wants to play. How about that
Trevor.
shit? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Well, one of the oldest local bands.
Okay.
St. Madness.
All right.
And I think we're all in agreement with Arizona. Might as well, right?
Yeah, buddy.
Welcome to Arizona.
So I was riding home last night, and that song came on about 5 minutes from home. It was like perfect. You turned it up a little louder.
Right when the sun was setting.
No, it was kind of dark.
All right, this one's for Mr. Trevor. A little St. Madness and Arizona. Yeah. Friday Night Madness. Hanging out with Rockin' Free Live.
Yeah.
across the desert plains, the eagle flies majestic in the sky. The spirit will make you love the red rocks bathed in blood, and the land where so many warriors have died. Above in Arizona skies, from the fires of hell, like the phoenix your soul will rise. Arizona, take me home. Some say the heat's too much in the valley of the sun, but it's a place we're proud to call home. The sun sets every night, watching canvases go by, each painted by the Great Spirit's hands. Above in Arizona skies, from the fires of hell, like the phoenix your soul will rise. Arizona, take me rattlesnakes and flames across the desert plains. The eagle flies majestic in the sky. The spirit will make you love the red rocks bathed in blood, and the land where so many warriors have died. Above in Arizona skies, from the fires of hell, like the phoenix your soul will rise. Arizona, take me home. Above in Arizona skies, from the fires of hell, like the phoenix your soul will rise. Arizona, take me home. Take me
St. Madness, Arizona.
Yeah. Best state in this.
In the state.
In the
In the
union?
union.
There you go.
It's best state. In the state.
Yeah, buddy. Not many states you can ride your motorcycle 24/7, 365.
Right?
I'll never leave.
When it snows.
Yep. Because it's not down here. It's up there somewhere, you know.
There was somewhere over on the east side that got a little bit of that mess.
That white stuff.
Yeah, stuff that blew through here real quick.
Yeah.
Well, that came and went, man. It's the summer's coming. I think
it was 80 degrees
I think
today.
We're in the spring, and in a couple weeks it'll be summer.
A couple of days.
In a few days, it's just gonna be hot as fuck.
Yep.
Well, I'm good until it hits 100 or even
What are you
the 90s.
cooking? Arizona.
Myself.
All right. So,
Oh my God.
what's next?
Arsenic Kitchen,
Okay.
Black
Arsenic
Dawn,
Kitchen.
and I'm gonna just give a shout out to these guys because they played Battle of the Bands in the first round, and they didn't win.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they didn't even. Well, we weren't doing redemption rounds then. It was just the first round. Those guys wanted to come back, so they played again in the second round, and I believe. Did they just go straight to the finals, I think?
So we didn't do redemptions in yet either. We didn't do redemptions till the third round.
How many rounds did we do?
4. Yeah.
Damn.
4.
Jeez. So we've got to actually watch these guys grow.
Right.
From, like, the first time I ever saw them on stage, I was like...
Good, but, you know.
I wasn't super impressed, but I was like, okay, I mean... I don't know if that was their very first time on stage, whatever. I think it was Lucas's first time playing. I don't really know. But seeing them grow and then playing even in the second battle, and then they won the second round, and just to see the growth with them has been incredible.
Yep.
I mean, it's night and day from the first time we saw them to now. And they are go-getters. They go out, they get
it done.
They get shows.
Yep.
They've been in different states.
Yeah, another tour.
As young as they are as a band, they've already been
Yeah.
in other states performing.
Doing
That's
their thing.
impressive.
They've been to Colorado. I think they've played
Utah, I do believe.
I don't know. I know they
Well,
played in Lake Havasu.
Yeah.
They played Prescott Valley. They played Tucson. Maybe San Diego. I don't know for sure. They played the Whiskey Go-Go too.
Right.
So yeah, they go after what they want. So
Yeah, they're definitely,
I have to give them kudos for that. And that's that for a new band.
That's amazing.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Love those guys, and they're very personable.
Yeah,
and
they're very friendly.
Very friendly, very appreciative.
Yeah.
And
and they support Rockin' Free Live.
Woohoo!
So off of Penny's list, here's Arsenic Kitchen with Black Dawn. Right here on the Yeti Radio.
You have symptoms of COVID-19, call your local public health department or your physician immediately. They will give you information on how and where you can get better. The quarantine is still in place and until further notice. This is not a drill.
Now the sky is falling down on us. Will you be prepared? I know you're scared. Now is no time for us to panic. Through these waves we've fared. Hoist the flag with tears. Brothers will keep it. time for us to beg. Time to watch your back. Brothers will keep ending up together. If we can make the goal, we're under this impression that we left ourselves to fall. Keep breathing, keep moving. You've still got fight left in you. Keep bleeding, keep proving that you've got what it takes to live.
Strike 3, you're out of here.
That's it.
Damn it. I'm not used to having the speakers on when I do a show. But it's your guys' favorite song, so you want
I want to hear it.
Yeah, you want to hear it, so by all means. I have to excuse the feedbacks.
Yeah, whatever,
Live radio.
Yeah.
But that was Arsenic Kitchen with Black Dawn.
Heck yeah. And these guys, we were talking about through the break of them playing, is that they were one of the contenders in the Pladio radio contest with KUPD, and they got second place. I think it was a tough choice, and I think they were that close to getting the win. Yeah. And personally, I think they should have won, but it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
And cool that they even did it. That they made it that far.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not big into talk radio, so I don't. I don't do that guy's show very much because talk radio is too opinionated for me, and
especially him. He's got a lot of opinions.
Oh yeah, well yeah, talk radio, nothing but opinions. But I just like to play the music, and listen to the music, and listen to the stuff that the major media is not telling me to listen to. Right. Because but hats off to all these guys that are out here doing what they do to try and make a living out of it. Yeah. Best of luck to all of them, because it's not easy.
It's a rough game.
It is.
It's rough for us. We're not even doing nothing.
Right?
We're doing talk radio right now. We're all talking on the radio. And we can talk for hours, obviously.
Well, yeah, but we don't get into controversial talk.
Right. We'll talk music. I can talk music all day long.
Well, yes. But, especially our bands.
Yeah.
Because it's just phenomenal to see.
I'm going to tell you, Phoenix music scene is incredible. And if you're in another state and you're watching this or listening, you need to tap in to
the Yeti radio.
Tap in to the Yeti radio and listen to the Phoenix local music scene. I have a playlist strictly on my Apple of just local music. So whatever I'm doing, driving, crafting, whatever, I'm listening to our local music because I love them. They're so awesome, you know. And if it ain't 80s music, I'm listening to the local music. And we have so many bands. When it comes up there, we have so many bands.
There are a lot.
All right.
Yeah, see? Right there.
Yeah. Well, you said, all right. Let's go back to our favorite local singer, though.
Okay, so speaking...
taking a nap, yeah.
Ethan Fox. Another original with Hereafter was another band that he was doing and working with musicians out of state. Yeah. And again, these lyrics and are based off of current events, and he's really big into that kind of stuff. So, and he's a history teacher, so he's all into all that stuff. But
awesome.
I think he's doing art now, though.
Yeah, he does. Well, he's done art, music, history.
Oh, no, I think now he's actually doing music. He's not doing art anymore.
So he's
Yeah.
he's so talented no matter
Yeah.
what. I mean, he's an author, he's a painter,
Yeah.
art. He's a teacher. I mean, this guy is incredible. I mean, all around incredible.
Definitely
And,
phenomenal.
Yeah. So.
Phenomena.
Phenomena.
Well, closing out
Boy.
tonight's Friday Night Madness with Rockin' Free Live in the studio, Miss Penny, Mr. Travis, and Mr. Trevor. Here's Hereafter with Human Condition Critical on the Yeti Radio.
galaxy, we should make sure we survive and continue. But we are entering an increasingly dangerous period of our history.
Hereafter with Human Condition Critical. Right here on the Yeti Radio. Closing out Friday Night Madness with Rockin' Free Live.
All right, everybody, you're done with us. That's
Kick
it.
rocks! No.
You don't have to watch us anymore. Hopefully you like the show. And
thank you guys for coming over.
Yes.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, it was fun.
We've been trying to do this for, or at least I've been trying to do this for a little while. And Travis is like, I gotta drive all the way the fuck over there.
Well, see, I don't mind the driving part because I don't drive.
Well, you're right.
He likes to ride. Yeah. Now he's gonna ride in the dark.
That's okay. I got lots of lights.
It's rockin' free and riding free.
That's right.
That's
one of our new logos, kind of.
Oh, I didn't show it to you. Let me see. Oh, well, I'll
it's
show
on
you
my
after.
page.
I'll show you. Oh, do you have it on your page?
On my Facebook page.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You got a Facebook?
You have a Facebook? But anyway,
kids.
Yeah, this logo right here is just an extra, and then we got another one but eventually we'll come out with some new shirts eventually if we ever sell these.
Right. Buy my shit. Buy this shit.
It's always a blast.
Yep. You know, you have to excuse the quiet guy. He's special, but special ed.
He's just the chauffeur and the sax man.
He's my chauffeur.
Blow, daddy, blow.
Next Christmas.
Christmas. He's the namesake of this thing.
In this part.
He's the free.
He's free.
He's the free man. You're a free man too now.
I am now.
Yep.
Huh?
Woo!
What?
Not like that. I'm a rockin' free man live.
Look, when he gets out of this orange jumpsuit here.
Oh, free man.
He's a free man. No, but yeah. Rockin' free. That's how we came up with Rockin' Free.
Road Indians.
What?
Alrighty. Again, thank you guys. Appreciate it, and we'll get some stuff figured out. And
yeah, you might
do some more.
You might see some more of us. So
suckers,
beware.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Beware. You might see more Rockin' Free Live collaborating with the Yeti Radio.
Oh yeah,
that would be awesome.
Can we actually collaborate anymore?
No,
I
mean if we do a podcast together.
Yeah, definitely.
You heard it here first, folks.
Right. Don't forget your chance.
If you watched it this long,
you're just going to use me for my equipment.
If you made it to the end, and then you
damn it, he's on to us.
He's like, I've already paused this thing a long time.
Gotta go now. Click.
They're talking to dead air.
Everybody have a great night, and
all right,
thank you for tuning in. If you've tuned in,
keep
on the live portion,
man.
Yeah.
And, if you're listening after the fact, thank you very much, and hope you have a great rest of your week or your weekend.
Weekend, that's right.
That's right. It's the weekend. I don't even know what day it is.
I never know what day it is. Every day is Saturday. Saturday. Every day is Saturday.
You're rocking with the Yeti.
I think this guy's a couple cans short of a six-pack.
The hairiest rocker on the planet.
Yes!